Welcome to That's Absurd Podcast, your source for everything hip-hop, pop culture, sports, and more. Tune in, subscribe, enjoy.
Yo, yo, yo. Welcome back to another episode of That's Absurd Podcast. I go by the name of Juno, a.k.a. Melvo.
It's your boy, G-N-A-P.
And your boy, Gray.
And we back for the bullshit. So what's popping, fellas? What you guys been up to this past week, man?
For me, I've been doing some homework. Pressure washed the crib.
Which one?
Sanford.
Okay.
Outside, driveway, everything.
You got a pressure washer or you rented one?
No, I got one.
Okay.
You're not a homeowner until you have a pressure washer, bro. If you don't have a pressure washer, you're not a man of the house, bro.
My last spot's a townhouse, so there was no need for it. In the new spot, I had a pressure washer before I moved in. I'm still not moved in.
Do they do it?
Which one?
The community.
The community does, but I paid someone to do it before I left, though.
He got bulldozers aside. I played.
I
got
paid
algae and that green stuff.
Yeah, you wanna wait on them? You're gonna wait on them to do it, or you're gonna pressure wash it? What's the same? My area wasn't bad, but I did it because I have like the cobblestone in the backyard, and those could get like algae and stuff. So I had to pressure wash at least in the townhouse, the current house. The new house, I had it done all that before I moved in, though.
Yeah, so I was able to get that done, so I feel good about it.
Me, what I've been up to, we've just been basically moving things in and around as we get ready. We're trying to make this weekend the move-in weekend for sure. We've already boxed, bro.
Nigga, you supposed to be moved in this week.
Well, what happened? We're almost, let's say we're about 70% there. So we've been moving stuff around. We had to push back. Gray was there last week when we had was in the master bathroom, and
was
then we had to mix up
was there any furniture in the new house?
No, because we were doing
no. So don't tell me Gray was there.
Yeah,
don't tell me Gray was there.
You're ready to move yet. Yeah.
But that's because
that's the actual move.
We're still doing construction.
Yeah.
So we're doing the demo in the master bathroom. And we're done with that. Then we're gonna move in the furniture. You don't want to bring in furniture once you were saying, but I spent this weekend cleaning everything else, so now we're good to go. So we basically mopped up, cleaned everything out, and then we're moving stuff in. Started tomorrow throughout this weekend, so by Sunday I should be good to go.
For the master bathroom, were you able to find resolve that with the faucet for the?
Yeah, we got the new faucet, the vanity.
Okay.
Then the vanity is not gonna be until the 6th, but we're just gonna use the other bathroom still then, and then that's it.
So you just needed like a bigger one, right? Or one?
Yeah. The which one were you going to help me carry up the vanity, the big vanity? Because I did one with Mark and I did one with you, I believe.
I think we took one.
Tub. Yeah, him in the tub. Yeah.
So people took one out.
Yeah. So we brought the new vanity in. The one vanity was too small. It was heavy, but that was too small. So the new one's coming on the 6th. But all in all, that's all it is. We've been cleaning, get everything else done. As we get ready to move in. And then I got the movers. They're supposed to be coming in sometime next week. And that's if we don't get to it before them. I'm probably going to do that. That's about it, though, Other than that, the kids ended the last day of school on Wednesday. So now we got them at home. So, that's it. Probably going to let y'all know between moving. Probably going to try to squeeze a vacation in there between two. So I'll let y'all know if we're doing anything. Maybe by then. We're going to have if we need to reschedule a pod or something like that. How about you?
This week's been hell of a week, man. No longer able to sleep at night.
I'm hearing that.
Jit being a whole terrorist, bro.
He let you cook for the first 2 weeks, though, you see? It's like he was powered up. That's why I always feel like when they get home, it's like they're charging up by the sun just quietly. They sleep with no issue the first week or two when they're born. And they get back into motion, then it's I'm out of here, man. What y'all doing?
Yeah, it's like he found out the routine.
You're like,
and I was like, nah, I don't like this one.
Yeah, y'all go to sleep at night now. We ain't on that. That's it. We up right now.
So that's what I've been. Oh, I got one of the cars tinted up this week.
Nice.
What else I did? Other than that, bro, having a newborn, bro. Sometimes I'll spend 36 hours without even stepping outside. Shit is fucking crazy, bro.
That's how my life be on weekends, though. Even without newborns. I just be a homebody. I used to go inside on a Friday and not step out till usually Monday morning.
even without the kid, even I would have to run to Publix or something and get something here, go to a store there. But bro, I've been in the house for a full 24 hours straight without even noticing.
Yeah, that's how
crazy.
I ain't gonna lie, I'll be in the house too a lot too, but like sometimes I have to like just like take a drive, just to take a drive, just like to see the outside. Just
they act like gas ain't $4.
Yeah, exactly. I just be inside the crib if I ain't go to work.
Take a walk, nigga.
I mean, I walk my dog every day, but sometimes we gotta, like I gotta go out and just see what's out there, what it look like.
Can you take the dog with you?
Yeah, I do. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. So I'm catching up. That's why today I'm wide awake because I already know what time it is. I ain't gonna be sleeping tonight. Hopefully he goes to sleep. But hey, if he doesn't, it is what it is. We gonna keep it pushing. Other than that, man, I just been chilling at the house pretty much. Like I said, 24 hours without stepping outside. Literally without stepping outside, bro. Not even taking out trash. Not even opening the front door, bro. Shit's like I realized that shit and I was like, God damn, I ain't go outside for a whole 24 hours. I was like, shit's crazy. Especially because everything we need, we don't have to go to the store. Amazon put that bitch in the garage.
Sheesh.
Yep.
Or at the front door. And most of the times I do the key delivery, so they just put that bitch in the garage. So I'm really not going outside at all. So it's been a week, but it is what it is, man. We gonna push
live in the future. That's how it wants to be. They don't want us to go out. They don't want us to go outside anymore, anyways. So
and I just found out with the Oculus, you can actually go to comedy shows.
You haven't been on a concert? There's concerts in there as well.
Listen, I
didn't even know there's comedy shows. That's
I
dope.
I don't even play with the Oculus. It's usually people that come over, they see it and they'll be like, "Is that an Oculus? Let me play." And I'll be like, "Cool." So I barely use it, but I had a friend come over today and she was like, I was at a comedy show on the Oculus and I was like, "There's crazy. Comedy shows?" And it's like really live, like so somebody else got the thing on.
You see them,
yeah.
So I'm about to go to comedy shows.
Yeah, because Eddie was telling me he was at a 2 Chainz concert. There's other people in there. There's different concerts.
I ain't paying for nothing though.
I think they're free. I think they've already done them free. They're not charging yet. People
but is it live with like the 2 Chainz?
I think he already recorded it, so now
I don't
it's not
want to
live.
do that.
But I think they do have live stuff too, but it's already listening. But there's different shows that's already there. So that's what's dope.
Yeah, so that's gonna be me, man.
I heard the basketball games are live. You can watch the NBA games and stuff.
Yeah, but you got to pay for those.
What happens? So you pay an extra and you can just see inside of it.
You have to pay for like an NBA type subscription type thing, and then you could be like front row at the games and shit.
That shit is crazy.
Oh wow!
So,
damn, that shit
right there live. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to get one.
So that's gonna be me, bro. I'm gonna be in the house 24 hours straight without even noticing because I'm gonna have that Oculus on. Feel bad for the jit because I'm gonna put on noise canceling headphones.
Yeah, you got to get them one too. You have to take them there too.
I'm gonna be straight Oculus, bro. All right, folks. What are we gonna start off with today? We know this week's been on some bullshit this week. First things first, you got the not Dallas, but shooting in Texas.
Uvalde.
It's like
Uvalde, Dallas.
Where is that in Texas? Is that like lower Texas?
I don't
South
know exactly.
Texas?
Let me look up. Yeah, it's a town in Texas called Uvalde.
It have to be more southern Texas because all those kids that were shot were Hispanic, and the shooter was Hispanic, and everybody that was involved seemed like it was Hispanic. So I'd say it's like southern Texas.
Let's see.
But you have an 18-year-old kid that I don't know.
I'll say a little bit closer to the border. But
Yeah, so 18-year-old incel.
not too far from San Antonio either.
You have an 18-year-old incel that decides he's gonna shoot his grandmother, and then shoot up elementary school, which she happened to work at previously. So there has to be something more going on with the whole motive and stuff like that, or why he picked that school. Especially when his grandmother used to work there. So, and they want to blame everything on mental health and shit. I'm like, this ain't mental health. Motherfuckers is just crazy. Not crazy, but evil. Some people are just evil. It's not mental health.
I don't know. He was 18. They said he was bullied because he's poor and stuff like that. I don't know, man. I can't even tell you. You know, they like I said, I already said people overly using the mental health excuse, anyways.
Yeah.
Let's say it is mental health. There is mental health for sure, but we're not factoring
it ain't people. We know who using it.
I'm just we're not factoring mental health. Some people
we don't get that benefit.
Yeah, some people expose it exteriorly. Some people suffer in silence. But how much of this shit is copycat? That's the thing we're not realizing. We used to have a school shooting like once every 4 or 5 years. It was something like you could have graduated throughout your whole high school probably even without even experiencing one. Like I remember I had one, they had one. I had the school shooting in my 8th grade year. And
I was in 7th grade that year, and it was
one of your
one of my teachers.
Yeah, one of your teachers. It was one of my coaches.
So we were all there, like maybe.
But Nathan was in your class though.
Yeah, he was.
So exactly. So he's in your class, your classmate. I just knew him in passing.
Same team. You know how they used to break down the school into different I guess like not categories, but like different tribes. Like this was some bullshit where all your classes was in one building on one side of the building. The other team was a different name. But I was in that. I was on that. So
and then before that, the shooting I had before that was in elementary school where a kid I knew who was he was being bullied by some black kid. It was a kid he was born with I don't want to say he wasn't. It was a kid. He used to get bullied, and the kid was trying to bug him for his watch. He wouldn't give it to him. That was like the first shooting in Florida.
But was that like inside the school?
He shot him he shot him after school, I believe. He was showing kids in the school the gun he had before school. It was a black American kid. He shot the other kid, because the kid wouldn't give him the watch.
Yeah, but
that was the first big shooting.
I thought that shooting was like off campus.
It might have been off campus, but it was like after this bus stop, right after school. Yeah. That was the first one. So that was elementary. And then that didn't happen against the 8th grade. So that might have been like a 4 or 5 year apart. But other than that, then I remember Columbine happening. And then it went from, I'm talking about 3 sporadically, like 4 or 5 years apart. So now we literally have a school shooting almost every other month in different states. Some of them don't even make reportings. You know what I'm saying? Some of them don't even make the news because they're saying if the body's not, that shit is.
Because I was looking at the numbers. There was like.
We've had like 200 something.
School shootings in the USA is at 248.
Insane.
288, damn near,
yeah.
Give me 300.
Yeah.
That's more days than we passed.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So it's so nuts how rampant is America. So it's not just
because
mental
a lot of times
health.
we usually have like 2, 3, 4 in a day.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's crazy.
So it's not just mental health. There's copycatness in it. Because what happens back in the days when there used to be a school shooting, especially after the Columbine one, after they seen Columbine, they never released the manifesto. And then I remember there was another big one. There was the one with them the little incel Asian dude shot all the people at the college.
Yeah,
and they released
Virginia Tech.
Virginia Tech.
Okay.
And they released his manifesto, and then they started seeing copycats. That's the reason when a person commits that type of crime, they don't release it so you don't get more followers. But now the news coverage is still thing. So some people want to go out in a blaze of glory. They see just even without the manifesto release, the coverage that it gets causes more copycats. Because there's a reason for us to be thinking this is mental health. Mental health don't just make you think, how y'all mental health, but y'all all programmed to do the same act.
Thing, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I understand you want to go shoot up go elsewhere, but why y'all in line to do the same thing?
I understand like saying mental health and you go shoot like the bully.
Yeah, or something. It's
to go just shoot up random people that you don't know, never met.
So there's wild. There's a lot of copycatness in it. That's what people don't listen. That's why you see people now they're going and saying we need to ban the AR-15, ban AR-15. I'm like, that's not gonna do anything with them. Now when I think about it, we might need to ban it.
I would say like AR-15 like is more like it's not fully automatic. It's still
none of these guns are fully automatic. These guys aren't killing people with full automatic weapons. It's just the fact that they have lots of without having to reload. But these boys be shooting enough and they still be reloading. So these boys be having the 50-round clips taken out and it's still shooting.
Yeah, that's why. Like, there's been this big debate about gun policies, gun what's now. I'm like, so you think and about the whole background check for guns and shit like that. I'm like, do you think these same people that are shooting up these schools, they would pass that background check?
No, they
Because
wouldn't.
every time you hear these kids are shooting up their schools,
They took the guns
they
from
never
someone.
they never had any. It's their first.
Exactly.
They have no priors, so they'll pass that background check
Yeah.
that you're saying that would stop people from shooting up schools.
So it's almost like it doesn't really make a difference.
So that's what I'm saying. Like, what can government
I say
actually
ban
do?
it. I say
One
you
thing
can
I
ban the guy
gotta say about Texas is like they had passed a law, which I thought that was reckless.
that teachers can have guns.
No, to carry to carry without a permit.
Yeah, but that didn't.
carry.
That isn't. This still even has nothing to do with it. Even
No,
if they
I
did
mean,
pass that
carrying
law.
without a permit, it's free for all. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, like you ain't gotta do anything.
Not
You
really.
ain't gotta.
Because when you know everybody got guns, you usually act right.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like,
Okay.
You
Here.
usually go somewhere where you can shoot up the place and
Yeah.
not have any
That's what they call. That's what they
retaliation.
call soft targets.
Right.
They go to
So
places where they know the
if
people
you
not carrying.
if you're not gonna go shoot up a gun show.
Exactly. It's gonna
but
be a
also
short.
the thing
it's
is
gonna be
that
a
it
short
becomes
for you.
like it becomes a wild west where like for any altercation, anything. Yeah, that's like the go to.
What
Yeah,
does
that
it do in
becomes
the West?
the go to. Like
the duel, the draw.
No laughing. We talking on a serious topic.
Listen,
yeah, Nate.
yeah, here's what I realized though. If we do ban the AR-15, you know what I'm saying? Which we every time one of these
Ray, you
things
got
happen.
don't you have one?
Hey man,
You have an AR-15 or I know you have an AR, but is it AR-15 or
yes,
you have
it
a sword?
is.
I might have to get my hand on one because
you say, hey man,
it's not
like,
illegal.
it's
Yeah.
illegal, nigga. They act like it was dope. They act like I asked him, "Do you have dope in your pocket?"
Hey man,
He acted like he was gonna say it's missing. I was like, how convenient. What's the link between great shooter?
forgot where I put it.
Yeah. They might need to ban it just because for the copycat sake. Because these guys are shooting up schools. There's plenty of other assault rifles. Why they keep going to the same type?
AR-15. Yeah.
Well, that's like
saying?
one of the main ones that's allowed for the public.
But there's plenty of assault rifles. They don't have to be. AR-15 is one of the most readily one, but there's other assault rifles you can get. There's regular rifles. There's handguns. Handguns are a lot more prevalent. How come they keep using the one type of assault rifle? You know what I'm saying?
So what is it with the AR-15? Like shooting it, like you just have to put the clip in, but you have to squeeze the trigger every time, though, right?
Yeah, it's just like almost the same as a handgun. Like
Yeah. So that's probably what it is.
Well-
why they're using that gun.
another thing right now, there's been some mods like with like the AR-15 too. Like there are ways that you could make it fully automatic,
Right.
and they also have another type of thing too. It's called binary, like meaning like you press one time,
And it shoots
it
twice.
shoots. When you release it, it shoots.
Oh, yeah, that's crazy.
So it's almost like closer
Yeah.
to like it's almost like 3/4 automatic at that point. One squeeze and you shoot like two shots.
Yeah. So
But
what do you guys think could stop these shootings and shit like that? What legislation? Which I don't think legislation is gonna work.
Yeah, legislation is
especially
not-
unless
it's
you
not
ban
gonna work,
all
no.
guns. Period.
It's not gonna work.
You're not gonna stop it.
Legislation's not gonna work. What it is like mainly like one. I would say you do need like a permit to carry. I mean, like you can. It's okay to have like guns in your house, to protect your home or whatever. But to have a permit to
Well, I
carry,
think
like,
most states you have to have a permit to carry.
yeah,
Most states.
mostly, yeah. But that's what I'm saying. That's what Texas did, like to ban the permit to carry. Like I think that's a little bit reckless. I mean, like it doesn't matter. Anybody can just have a gun on them without like any type of documentation, nothing or
Even if you do have the states that require a permit, these schools still get shut up in these states because like if people not gonna listen, they're just not gonna listen. It's not hard to
Exactly.
conceal a gun.
yeah.
It's not that difficult to conceal a gun. So unless there's like a radical change where we're banning guns and taking guns out of households and out of everywhere, which I doubt that's gonna ever happen in America.
Or I would say like another thing is to have like a better like safety for guns, smarter guns, and then like make parents like take classes because like he's an 18-year-old. I don't know, like did he went and get the gun on his own, or
Yeah, I
did
think
the parents have the gun, or did
They didn't release that, but I'm pretty sure he bought it on his own because It's a rifle because it's considered a rifle, and you only have to be 18 to. What's the age limit for a handgun? It's 21, right?
21, 18
But
for a rifle.
Rifle is
Do
18.
they have an age limit for? I thought they didn't have any age limit for guns.
No, for handguns, I think it's 21.
Handguns 21, rifles 18.
Rifle is 18.
That's why most
I
of the shooters
thought like
18.
even like sometimes even 10-year-old can go ahead and buy a gun.
No, their parents can gift it to them, but legally they can't have it. You know what I'm saying? I don't think legally
They're not supposed to be allowed to purchase it.
Yeah, they
but
can't
like,
purchase it. I think they can be gifted. Yeah,
But like at gun shows, there's not really a crackdown on IDing people that buy guns. So at a gun show, you could, if someone walks up to your table and they have the money, you can sell them the gun.
Okay.
So
is that the thing? No, that's not the loophole. The gun show loophole is the fact that you know how you could sell the people out. You know how you could come and sell outside. You know, you never had someone try to sell you outside. That's the gun show loophole. They don't have to. The dealers have to do the background check
those are
at the table.
Those are the. But you can also be a vendor at a gun show that is not restricted to those businesses. So
I thought all the vendors have to do the background checks.
Do that. The big vendors have to do that.
Because I know the people outside, they can trade or sell to each other, and there's no background check.
Nah, I think it's like that for just the vendors in there too. Like they don't really have to do no background checks. Only the companies that are like the big companies, like Shoot Straight down here is a big company that you buy a gun from them at the gun show, they'll actually hold it for 3 days for all that bullshit if you don't have a gun permit.
If you have a gun permit,
if you have
like
a permit,
30
it's
minutes
on the spot.
Yeah.
It's not even, you show the permit, you could get it right then and there.
Okay.
So it's just, I don't know how they gonna fix this shit. The shit probably needs to be
This
fixed
isn't a gun issue.
I don't think it is
because we have more guns than we have people in America. So we're already past that point. There's over 300 million guns in America. We're already past that point. You know, there's nothing you could do. It's the thing, the cat's out of the box. You can stop making AR-15s just to be symbolic, sure. You know what I'm saying? And it's going to stop some because until the next killer finds another way to shoot it and that becomes popular. That's what I'm saying. You're saying it's not.
The thing is, the fact that it's already here, we can't go back.
There's not that you can't go back, but majority school shootings are done by one type of gun. I'm saying that a lot of them don't. So that's what I'm saying. There's a lot of craziness going on, but there's also a lot of thinking that goes into why they're using the same type of weaponry. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm saying. I'm just eliminating some of the copycats. That's what I'm saying.
But don't you think once they get rid of the AR-15 or stop making AR-15s,
another person's gonna think of another shit? Sure.
Guess what? AR-15 price is gonna go up.
Right.
That's fine. That's gonna, even the prices going up kind of helps lower it being mass produced.
And people are gonna just like start getting them off the shelf like crazy.
As soon as there's
gonna be like a big like
they spike up every time
there's demand for them.
Yeah, every time there's a shooting, they spike up.
Also,
the price.
guess what? People can sell to people like like from people to people like without
Listen, I'm just telling you just to block it for symbolic reasons. This ain't the first.
You're not
thing.
blocking nothing. There's nothing to block.
I'm saying this is not the first thing that we took it off or we banned just for the say of it. You know what I'm saying? It's not that it don't make there's no real, just like the Cuban cigar. There's no actual justification. You know what I'm saying? Just because it's politics.
Come from
it's
overseas.
It's the embargo.
But this stuff
are
being made in the States.
The Cuban cigar.
Yeah, but
these guns are made in here in America.
Yeah, that's what I'm telling you. So that's why I feel like it'll be easier for them to ban them or stop the sell of them. You know what I'm saying? Now make
but
the
what
rest
about the
of
people
them
who already have them?
No, just what I'm saying. The rest of them that already have them, they're already there. The price is going to shoot up because they're out of circulation. And it's going to be something less readily that they're going to fucking give to like a nephew or a niece. You know, fucking, you got some shit that costs some money now. You know what I'm saying?
What's the cost of an AR-15? Like $400 to $700?
No, the cheapest you can get them. Well, depend on what type. Yeah, depending on what type for the 700. But like for a good one, you can spend like 1,000, sometimes even like 3,000. Yeah.
How many guns you own?
3.
What about you?
I only own 2.
Much.
Oh, see, I'm the responsible American in this room.
I'm looking at own 3.
I'm one person. I got one gun.
I'm looking at own 3.
I'm more responsible than you. I got the 3 types. The
3 types. You got
the shotgun,
the revolver, and the
AR and the pistol.
Yeah, so I just need to.
I need to get a rifle just for hunting.
I need the rifle and the AR. I want to see what's name.
I should go get the AR.
It seems like prices on stuff getting higher. I might go out there, to the.
But
backwoods and
you gotta be responsible. I keep my guns locked away in a vault and this, that, and the third. So it's no issue. You got to be responsible. And then
Yeah, for you that's different. You got kids and.
Yeah, like right now, I leave my gun just in one of my things, but sometimes I just leave it on the nightstand.
Well, the reason also some of the people speak on it
that.
because there's a lot of people that they feel like guns, home ownership is supposed to help you for protection. They say a lot of the times, in most cases, the gun that the homeowner gets hurt by their own gun.
Right.
Because the person that breaks into the house ends up finding their gun and shooting them with that said gun. And if there's, let's say there's violence within a relationship, there's domestic disputes, it's usually with a household gun. So most deaths that are done by the homeowner's gun to either their partner or to themselves. So
good thing, because I was supposed to buy my wife a gun. I was supposed to buy her a gun like a few years ago for her birthday, but I didn't do it. But I'm gonna do it eventually.
Well, you gotta have training too. I think you know what, that's one thing too. Like maybe they need to require training to have a gun because I mean you gotta have a license to drive a car. So I think the responsible thing is
to get a permit, you have to go through the whole training thing.
Yeah.
But like to purchase a gun, you just have to have a clean background.
Yeah, I think we need training for all that too. Yeah, for every gun. Yeah, that's one thing. Yeah. Yeah, because if you somebody with a purchase a gun, they don't know how to use it. You know, it won't do them any good.
I mean, yeah, but so either way, like I said, there's no answer.
There's no answer to this shit, bro.
Some people saying that that we're having an issue with these incels and these guys, and they're saying there's mental health. I feel like I'm giving people too much of a cop out. Examples need to be made. This whole catching them alive.
Well, that's the thing about mental health. It's not something that you can see.
What do people want us to do with these incels? I just want women to fuck these incels?
Maybe, right? Make prostitution legal.
Niggas not getting no pussy. What you want me to do about it? What you want the rest of society to do about it?
That's what's crazy. They can't get no broads, right? They instead of doing one crime,
so you're
better off going to get a prostitute, right?
So hold on. Incels doing this?
Yeah, most of them are incels. Most of these guys are guys that can't get girls.
Really?
Because the dude that what's his name, the only person he was communicating was like some chick on social media that he never met.
Oh, really?
I think she was like all the way in Germany or some shit.
Damn, see, ladies, pussy save lives.
It does. It definitely does.
Stop being selfish, really.
But maybe they might need to make prostitution legal or some shit like that, or you know what I'm saying. I don't understand that math of it though. You can't get no broads. Go hire your lady of the night, though. Is that too criminal for you? Then instead, you just you leap from that crime to do the most heinous of crime, kill people.
Yeah, I mean,
which is worse? You know what I'm saying?
See, that's what the Godfather was trying to save us from.
Judge Joe Brown says that this is what we're having is a lack of male leadership. These weakened men that don't have guidance. Yeah. He said men have a propensity for violence, and because they have no guidance and they're weakened and they don't find a place in the world, they don't have almost like a reason. They don't have the reason, so they're outla. I'm saying they're what's it called? Not outlashing. What am I looking for?
Outcast. What do you call that?
They are outcasted, but they're
what do you call that?
They're whipping out in a sense.
Hormone or they're What's that word?
Which one?
Testosterone.
Yeah, I don't know if it's testosterone.
It's like all that energy got to go somewhere. Yeah. If you're not putting it to something,
if you're not putting it in a broad.
If you're not putting it to like your purpose, work, or
but then
anything else, so, you're gonna use it for the wrong reason. You're gonna use it to commit violence or.
But also the difference of also what happened is there's always been little, loser guys here and there, or guys that are misunderstood and quiet. The only difference is they didn't have a place to all meet. Like they didn't have these 4chans and these Twitter pages where they could all meet and come collective and get like a little tribe going. And a lot of them are like deep in them.
That shit crazy.
I'm talking about the deep end of the manosphere. These niggas are on. It's easier than ever for them to meet. You know what I'm saying? You talking about? I've seen motherfuckers go online and try to break down. They break it down. It's like an entitlement in a sense. They can't get no girls. They feel like it's not worth it. These women won't talk to them. You know what I'm saying? And that's how a lot of them are. But some of them it could just be crazy. Like I said, and let's not rule out copycats. No one's ever speaking on the copycatness. We're just acting like it's just normal.
You may not get the type of girl that you actually want, but like you gonna get something.
Nah, some of these guys just can't get girls, bro. You know what I'm saying? And it'd be simple enough.
That's another thing.
You ain't got $40.
That was another thing that I came across this weekend, that a whole bunch of people always say there's somebody for somebody. No, there's not.
There's not.
Yeah. There's not, because how population works, how men to women ratio works, there's not somebody for everybody. A lot of women is going to be, there's nobody for you.
Yeah. There's a lot of women there's nobody for you, and a lot of guys have more than one woman. That's the truth of the matter. You say there's a lot of guys that have more than one woman. There's some guys that ain't getting no action out there.
A lot of women are sharing guys.
That's most cases.
That's how it should be, though.
What?
Where some women have to share a guy. Because there's more women than men.
Yeah, but then in that scenario, one guy at least supposed to have one lady. Every guy should at least have one lady.
At least one, right?
Yeah, because some motherfuckers ain't having it. They just shooting shit up and acting a fool. But, guys in general, it's not only the incels. You also have guys that are, a lot of guys that are also gay, that are suppressing it, holding it, and they lash out and do wild killings as well. So it's just male. You say I haven't seen people online trying to say there's one gender that's ruining it for everybody. I was like, sure, you're right. It is guys that tend to do this type of wild shooting shit.
That same gender is making everybody in the world comfortable.
That's what I'm saying. I was like, it's also that same gender that's gonna check. It's the same. It's also that same gender that's gonna keep that maniac in check.
When someone says that, you gotta say you like AC, right?
It ain't that. I said, but don't forget who's gonna bring that maniac. What gender you're called to bring that guy in? Get them in line to get them back. I'm saying it's the same thing. It's a trade off. You have a few that don't have things to do, but it's.
Has there ever been a school shooting where it was a woman?
Yeah, there was. It's rare, but I remember seeing that. There was like one. I don't know if it was a school shooting, but a mass shooting. That was a woman. It's very rare. But
such it is like when they say like
these losers, bro.
Such it is when they say he died. I'm like, damn, I know he. Most likely he ain't white.
Listen, man. Now you have the back. That was part one of the story. The fact that Duddy went in and did this heinous shooting, and but here's the other part, because the gun lobbies are saying that's why you need a good guy. Only thing that stops a bad guy with a gun is a good guy with a gun. Now we're getting down to it. We're finding out that the guy was at the school outside the school shooting outside for like 20 minutes before he went in, and then he was inside the school for 90 minutes.
What? That's the thing,
before the cops went in. The cops were
How the
in there.
Fuck?
The cop, because when action time come, motherfuckers freeze. All
the
this
cops didn't go in there. They had to some SWAT team had to come.
And it was worse. The parents were trying to run in there. The cops were holding back the parents. Parents are like, please go. They're fighting the crowd, not letting the crowd go in while they're waiting for the SWAT team to go in. Because Buddy didn't just go around the school just shooting everybody up. Buddy went into one classroom and laid waste to, and just stayed barricaded for 90 minutes and killed everyone in the classroom. So that time matters, because not only the shooting, but how long can we recover once you get shot? How much lives could have been saved? It's basically essentially one classroom he killed.
Wow.
He went in there, barricaded himself in there, shot the two teachers, and started shooting kids. And I don't know how long it takes for you to engage them. They said they went in there, they shot at, and then they waited. But the story is not coming out. Yeah, they're saying the story is not coming out. It ain't sounding like that. They're investigating. The more and more it's coming out, it's showing that the cops did not do anything for 90 minutes, bro. They had
what the fuck?
Same thing like Parkland. Remember when people were calling that cop a coward? Mm-hmm. When the school reinforced officer ran out the thing? Because motherfuckers, people act like it's messed up, but at the end of the day, everybody goes to work and try to get a check.
Listen, it's going to be self-preservation.
It's self-preservation. As much as y'all think these people are trained, then, man, at the end of the day, you don't know how you're going to do to something that. My only indifference to it is the fact that cops always act like they have the most dangerous job in the world.
Right.
When it's time to take down a black guy, they've been so busy training, taking down drug offenses. When the real heat is on, these motherfuckers buckle. Then you can see if they, as much as we pat them on the back for being heroes, we can see who the real heroes are. You know what I'm saying? Because when it's drama time, these motherfuckers, you know what I'm saying? They're waiting for the backup.
Exactly.
They're waiting for the, you know what I'm saying? I seen a video today. A lady cop was kind of going off on him. Nigga, he held the gun and he started giving the beats, dog, and took her gun from her. And I think he shot at her. And when the cops came, he held his hand up and he just put the gun up in the air, hold it up. They said, "Put the gun down." They didn't even give him a chance to the gun. They laid his ass out, bro. They just went to dumping on his ass. I don't know what the fuck he's thinking. And at the very least, you're gonna surrender. You shouldn't even have the gun in your hand. He had the wrong. It didn't matter because he said put the gun down. And how do we hear active shooters give themselves up when cops come? They give themselves up, put the gun down, they give up. That's how they get brought in, right?
Right.
How did this guy Did not this
But
good?
that's the
I also
thing,
got a
bro,
video.
like,
So
how do you
that's
keep the
that's
gun
how the
in your
white
hand?
shooters getting apprehended. They just,
Yeah, the white shooters just give up and they get apprehended. They get brought into life. Man, this guy here, they dumped on his ass. Put the gun down. So it's one of those things. I like. So that's why I was like, how did this guy even get brought in? The shit is crazy.
He didn't get brought in. You talking about the Buffalo guy got brought in, but
Okay, yeah.
the Texas, they shot him. They killed him. But yeah, I don't think.
but I guess he didn't give up on it. He didn't.
No, he didn't give up. He quartered. Like I said, it was 90 minutes killing little kids, man. I don't know how you'd even justify bringing that guy in alive.
Yeah, ain't no way of that nigga coming in alive, bro. Like,
Yeah.
if he would have came in alive, the cops or whoever that took him in should be ashamed of themselves.
Exactly.
Because, bro, you supposed to just go in there blazing. No questions asked.
I mean, what was it like? That Cindy Hook shooter. Did he?
Sandy Hook?
Yeah, he got apprehended.
No,
I think he committed suicide. Maybe he committed
committed
suicide.
suicide,
Okay. Who was the guy in the church? Okay.
it's the guy in the church got brought in alive. Most of them could be brought in alive, and that's how it goes. It just
got brought in the hide. The dude that shut up the movie theater in Colorado got brought in alive.
listen. Here's my answer to it is: you catch these guys, you question them, and they just light them on fire. Then they be like, "Yeah, you say you doing those things? Yeah, he was resisting." And you're like, how do you catch on fire? It's one of those things the media just never answers. That'll be the silent. Y'all know what happens. Y'all don't do the same way that when they caught the black guy over here, they brought him in with one eye.
One eye, yeah.
You know, we all not gonna say what happened, but y'all know what happens. You fuck with a cop down here, the cop dies. If you are being brought in alive, you're not being brought in on whole. You know what I'm saying? It's one of those things. It's the fact these guys could get away with this heinous crime and get the celebrity, and then just get to go to jail and chill. That's how you know these motherfuckers is losers. Because I understand that you do this heinous act and you're like, all right, it's been real, I'm going to check out. The fact that you think you're just going to say, all right, I'm just going to go to jail.
Yeah, bro.
And live my life in jail regular like that. The fact that you're cool with that is nuts. That's how you know they crazy. I'm like, what? Freedom ain't good for me, though. I'm just going to go ahead and kill some crazy acts. I'm just going to check in the jail, live my days in there.
Freedom ain't easy, bro.
That shit is crazy to me. You know what I'm saying? I was like, I don't know. You can't reason with shit like that.
Yeah, being independent ain't easy.
And there's no way to really stop shit like this from happening because are you going to turn every school into like Fort Knox where...
That's what Senator Ted Cruz suggested. He was like, well, that's the issue where they had that school only had a reinforcement officer right down the front and one way in, one way out. I was like, one, most schools have reinforcement officers. And two, how about, do you not understand how fucking fire exits work? I didn't understand.
Did that school not have an officer?
I don't believe so.
They did,
but
because
even
they
if
said he engaged the officer before going into the school.
yeah,
They didn't say what type of engagement it was or anything like that. They just said
yeah,
there was an engagement before with the school cop before he went into the school. So,
But I think like for the school, they may have to have like a check, maybe have IDs or something like that.
they have that, but there's nothing
Or
you
like
can do.
a check for like
Listen,
before people come in, like to like
There's
notify
all
who
that.
they are.
There's all
Listen,
that.
you
Because
can-
in a way, like
If you don't
anybody's
have no
supposed to
business
just
on the
walk in.
school, you can't just walk in.
Mm-hmm.
You can't just walk into a
Here's what I'm
campus.
telling you. At the end of the day, if you're shooting something, you get into anything and shooting. Nothing's impenetrable. Right. You can go to the airport and pull in and just go to dumping. How long you're gonna be able to go about it is one thing, but you could get in there and start acting a fool for however long. Is it a death wish or not? There's anything you could do that. You could go into. You know what I'm saying? There's not. We done see motherfuckers ran through the White House now. You know what I'm saying?
You could walk
There's
into
nothing
police,
you can't get
walk
into.
into the police department
And go to
start
dumping. Yeah, nothing's impenetrable. Is this how long are you gonna live to be able to say
How much damage are you?
how
gonna
much
be able
damage
to
you're gonna be
do?
able to comply? Yeah, that's one of those things. And people acting like they're banning that. Like acting like terrorists haven't already upgraded to mowing people down with cars. That's the next thing. Once y'all actually do get away with the fucking guns, they're just gonna go to the car route. That's why these lot of places have these big old those little pillars that's stuck into the ground because that's one of the things they started doing. Motherfuckers just go parades and shit, and they just gonna mowing people down with the cars. Remember that happened a couple months back. Remember when the guy was in the thing and he ran those people's over?
South Carolina. I think.
Yeah.
In Virginia, I think.
People are nuts, bro. You know
Hilarious.
what I'm saying? So you can't control crazy. Motherfuckers that are some crazy, but there's a certain method of which way, as you can see, it doesn't make no sense why this method, y'all saying is mental health. It ain't like there's more guns than ever. It ain't like gun sales are super selling, even though there are guns, but this has got to be copycat thing. It's become a part of the culture where certain sick motherfuckers feel like, oh yeah, this is the way I'd like to go out. You know what I'm saying? It's more than just, let me just do an honor killing and just killing myself.
It's not a gun issue because a weapon's a weapon, bro, regardless. Yeah. So you can, what's stopping somebody from going into a elementary school with a bat and just knocking off 13 kids?
Well, the thing is, like, those are the weapons, like, they take less work. They take a lot more work.
Yeah, but
versus a gun take less work. Like, you know,
I think in England or some shit, they had a guy that went through and just went to stabbing like 7 people before they ended up taking them down. But that's still,
so that's what I'm saying. Imagine if he had a gun, he would do a lot more damage. Yeah,
but it's one of those strange things in the U.S. Wherever you're talking about disarming Americans, when just a week ago we were talking about arming Ukrainians. You know what I'm saying? It's one of those. It's one of those trade-offs. Americans be like, a lot of gun activist enthusiasts be like, nah, we need these guns in case the government turns against us tyrannical. And I'd be like, you ain't really got a chance against the government. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But when you think about it, it could be your government or someone else. So it's not like we're acting like worst case scenario. We're seeing worst case scenario. Ukraine has whatever army it has. It's not big enough, so they turn civilians into soldiers. So who's to say any outside force come to America? We have what I'm saying. How many times, how long till civilians need to be armed? But if they're already unarmed or it's your own government, don't act for us to act like it's so far-fetched, like we can't say in real time in what case a civilian would need a firearm. We can see it. Just look at Ukraine. The same way we're talking about disarming Americans. We can see how other countries that have no arm thing happens, how quick shit can turn on the dime. And most places that commit genocide and shit like that, those countries usually...
those are the places that civilians need guns when.
But those are the places that mostly their government take away their weapons first, before, and then a couple years down the line they commit the genocide. That's the fucked up thing about it. So they disarm them, and then a couple years down the line they already know they ain't got no guns, and that's when they decide, all right, we gonna wipe them out, and shit like that. So it's one of those crazy things. And America knows its background now. Americans ain't giving up no damn guns. They don't know how this country was. This country was built on blood and guns, you know what I'm saying? And blood, guns, and slavery. And if you know the history of that, people ain't giving it up.
Yeah, you know, I'm a true American.
Especially when the Navy itself
and nobody coming into my house and taking my gun without a fight. So
exactly.
And I only got one. And this nigga Greg got a whole arsenal at his house.
Yes.
So, but rest in peace to them children in Dallas. Not Dallas, damn it. Texas. Fucking losers out here, so. We're not going to be able to get rid of losers, bro. There's always going to be a loser. So
Always salty, man. Hating.
I mean, they can't conform, they can't fit, you know what I'm saying? Some people are saying it's language like this is bullying that's causing it. But bullying is unavoidable, you know what I'm saying? Kids are going to be kids.
People are going to feel bullied just by you not even bullying them.
Yeah, like, or not agreeing with them. Exactly.
You having fun, having a good time, enjoying your life. Someone else can feel that that's bullying and taunting them and shit like that. So,
especially now, everything you do offends people.
So it is what it is, man. Fuck it. All right, let's get off of this topic. What else?
Sadly enough.
What we gonna jump into? We gonna jump into.
Was that pop culture or was that?
It was like politics.
And this is not a political issue, bro.
Is it not?
I don't think this is.
They're acting like it. Democrats are saying get rid of the AR-15s. Republicans are saying, hold on, chill on all that. Republicans not in terms of the mental health part. Republicans saying this is a mental health issue. Remember, Democrats used to say mental health issue. Mm-hmm. I tell you, the parties are completely flipped, bro.
Oh yeah.
Democrats used to be the anti-war party. Now we're the pro-war, supply Ukraine, and now we're saying strip guns. And now Republicans are the one talking about mental health.
It's all about positions, though. It's all about positions.
That's what sucks when you only got two parties. It's all about you only got two parties, and then neither side has the better issue. It's like
they're all fighting for position.
Yeah, they all just pick the old side. Are you hopping on this one? Or I'm hopping that one out. That shit is nuts.
You can't turn these loser acts into fucking political shit game, bro.
So. You know, America, they're gonna find a way. You seen Beto work? He went when the what was it? The governor of Texas was speaking. He went out there and basically told the guy, "Do your job." Kind of made a grandstand, make like a big show of it.
Yeah, and the governor flipped out on his ass. Was that the governor that was yelling at him?
Yeah,
tell him, "This son of a bitch."
Yeah, tell him get on.
Making this a political issue, you son of a bitch.
And he was like, but I guess those were his constituents. He was like, that's from his area. He was like, and what happened is Greg Abbott had just cut mental health funding like a month before. But I don't see what difference it makes. It ain't like a month before. It ain't like a month with the mental health would have stopped this maniac from doing this shit. So it's all grandstanding.
You just don't know.
You can't really identify mental health if someone doesn't come forward and say they're having issues.
Yeah.
My thing is, majority of these...
You can't deny somebody saying they're having it, even if they, whether they do or not.
Listen, majority of these mass shootings are usually white males. You know what I'm saying? Majority. Yeah. There's a couple one-offs. We would, at this point, we'd be okay with just the one-offs. The number decreased exponentially. But majority of these mass shootings, couple of these white males, the CIA is tapped into any black folks that's over here talking about reparations or what's name, any Muslim folks. Y'all motherfuckers need to get on your job. Y'all know who to monitor. I know y'all tapped into everything right now. Watch these motherfuckers, you know what I'm saying, invade their privacy. Take them down before this shit go. Put them in some Guantanamo Bay shit. You know what I'm saying? Why we gotta just live with it because y'all talking about, innocent or proven guilty, but you got Muslim families that ain't seen their kids since 2-3 years now, or they're on no-fly list for no reason. You could make it inconvenient for them, but motherfuckers, you know what I'm saying, the rest of these losers out here doing crazy shit online on 4chan pages. Why? I don't give a fuck if 4chan is a publicly traded company or anything. If there's threads on here and telling people how to kill, how to commit this and other, y'all need to be hacking them people's shit, going to their IP address. Just even if they do hypotheticals, just like there's no hypothetical child porn. You put up a child porn online, they find your IP, you going to jail.
Right.
Hypothetical?
Yeah, you can't have no hypothetical, I'm about to shoot some black people. Hypothetical, I'm about to what's name. You even talk like that, y'all need to kick them motherfuckers' doors down, and there you go. You going to jail on the hypothetical. That's it. Because
just the same way that you can arrest somebody for harassment on the fucking metaverse.
Exactly. Like this, the fact that you doing this story about how you need to get rid of these roaches. They use different codes to speak on different stuff, or however grieving way they're doing. Y'all need to lock them crazy motherfuckers on that and let them say better. I'm saying you're gonna get a couple of innocent people in there, but at least the rest of us ain't gotta go about our life living like this.
But also based on the government's action, you could see like what they prioritize and what they allow, what they're with. So,
yep.
I mean, a lot of times you can't really tell them, like, yeah, they should do this, they should do that. But, I mean, they also have their own agenda, too.
Yeah, exactly. Everyone do.
So there are certain crimes they are going to allow. There are certain crimes they are going to, a certain group they are going to be okay with.
Obviously, that America plays footsie too much with the same America that doesn't want any tyrannical group. They don't want any black group or any group getting too influential, getting too much power. Is the same America that likes to make white folks pretend like, oh man, this is all yours. We work at your beck and call, even though they know they really got the control. But they have no problem letting these white folks drink all the Kool-Aid, having them think that they really do control this shit. If they wouldn't allow no other group run into the fucking White House like that. They would have fucking put their boot there. The fact that we still ain't got motherfuckers,
and the motherfuckers planned the whole shit online.
Exactly. The fact that they wouldn't let no other group there. They're like, hold on. We look wild. We can't let them get this boat. Only one group of people, your majority, would you allow to get away with this. And it's also your majority allowed to do half these heinous crimes. And like that, like you said, there's certain group of people just for balance they kind of allow it.
They approve of it.
Yeah. They approve of it. They kind of like, what are we going to do? We're going to catch them and they do it. This shit it's fucked up.
Yeah, because you see, also what I've been seeing online is like, with the shooting that happened in Buffalo, and people are saying, okay, where's our crime bill? Where's this and that? But a lot of that stuff, for black folks, we just have to push for it, man. Like, anybody gonna do nothing for us, you know what I'm saying? Like, we really are just gonna have to lobby some stuff and get it done. But us waiting for somebody to do it, the government or anybody to do it for us, it ain't gonna happen. It's not gonna happen.
Yeah, Yeah, that's true. Black folks definitely, you already know. Each time one of these shits come up, we get pushed back down. Like I said, they're like, we're going to get to y'all niggas later. Motherfuckers is spraying shit up out here. You know what I'm saying?
What was it like? What was like with the Asian bill? Like what? 3?
It was like 3 months after Asians started getting attacked or some shit like that. 2 people died,
and then they had a bill.
Yeah, I seen something like that. I was arguing with someone on Twitter about that, and he was like, "Oh, why didn't y'all see that when it says the Agent Protection Act is not the way it's just coded? It's coded like that. There's plenty of stuff in that to help black folks. Y'all just don't understand. Maybe they word it like that so it doesn't get strike down. But someone saying that, and I was like, so hold on. So every other group could get a bill named after them. They could be a hate crime bill for this, LGBT protection bill for that. But you can't do an SS black directly. because you think it's going to get struck down. That in itself is like a slap in its face.
Yeah.
But I guess, at the end of the day, politics ain't about how a thing looks. It's about what can you get through. But at the end of the day, looks does matter because motherfuckers that are degrading you could see that they're like, y'all ain't being protected.
And that's the thing we're going to have to figure out. We can't just keep voting motherfuckers in the office and think they're going to, like have our best interest. We're going to have to be focusing on bills.
It's not even, that's what I'm saying.
Fuck a person. We have to focus on bills.
That's what I'm saying. But
push bills through, push policies through.
Let's say the bill has plenty of black protection.
The person is really nothing. It doesn't matter who it is.
That's true.
Yeah, it really doesn't matter who it is.
I'm saying
the only thing that matters is bills and policies.
Let's say the Asian protection bill has plenty of black protection on there, but they can't label it that way because they don't want it to die on the floor. So are you more concerned on the title or are you more concerned about the action? That's what they're worried about.
But that's the thing.
I was like, both matters because
the name matters. The name matters. Because when you say it's an Asian protection or whatever, ain't nobody looking through the bill to say you're not allowed to do this to black folks. They just see it's an anti-Asian crime bill, so they know we can't fuck with these Asians.
Yep. Yeah, but motherfuckers that are doing crime don't care about the title. They're not. These aren't the people that's doing the crime and like, oh man, I can't. They done made it illegal to hang niggas. Now I can't hang niggas. They don't. No. People that's gonna do crime, they'll do crime.
Yeah, they are gonna do crime, but there needs to be a consequences for it. There needs to be like some type of action taken after that. That's what I'm saying. Like, there's no action taken after. That's why you have like there's been a lot of lynching like going on.
Yeah.
What are these police have been saying? It's natural cause.
Yeah,
you get type of shit like that. It's a don't look any further into the investigation. They'll say.
But I'm saying so that's why some people feel like we shouldn't have been subcategorizing them. Anyways, it should have just been murder is murder. There's no breaking down of murder, hate crime. There's no extenuating circumstances or upgrading it because of a certain group.
Well, that's what I'm saying. When you have self defense, I mean, you can't just say murder is murder.
No, I understand self defense.
Of what cause?
But I'm talking about as far as. Let's say you rob somebody. Because I remember back home, niggas used to rob Guats and shit like that to get money. And then they turn into hate crime. Now Guats if you rob Guatemalans. Guatemalans. Don't understand. If you're not from Florida, they're the Mexicans in your region. That's what I'm saying. If you're uneducated, they're just going to assume they're Mexicans. But the people used to rob the Guatemalans because they'd get drunk on Fridays. You just rob them, catch a lick, keep going. They got targeted so much that they changed it into a hate crime, which is crazy because motherfuckers weren't robbing them because they hated them. People didn't go like, I hate Guats, I need to rob them. They're robbing them because they're easy target because they'll get drunk and rob them. So some of these shit could be piggyback off shit that makes no sense. You know what I'm saying? So how is there legislation? How does that categorize under hate crime when they're not being targeted? And it's no different than black folks asking for hate crime. They couldn't get it. But then in Florida, they made it, in a couple of places, they made it if you attack an officer, hate crime. As if when this motherfucker don't pull off his badge, he's not a regular human being. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm saying. That's why sometimes some of these shits is bullshit. How is it a hate crime to attack an officer? How would the person know he's an officer? Only when he has his uniform on. How is it a hate crime? You know what I'm saying?
What are the consequences for this?
When you do hate crime, it's always an enhancement. The time that you get for a regular crime, it's always more enhancing. But that's what I'm telling you. But how much every other group's going to want their little thing. They're like, so it's an enhancement if I fuck over a black guy. It's an enhancement if I fuck over a white guy. That's how they look at it.
And that's what I'm saying. Like with black people, like we can't be worrying about like any person because the person don't matter.
Yeah,
the person really doesn't matter.
We just need the shit to go through.
You need bills and policies. That's it. Yeah, because I think even Obama said that with the interview that he did with the Breakfast Club with Envy and them in Charlemagne. But he was saying like, yeah, even like he can push for a bill or policy, but also you got to understand the state that you live in. If it's not a democratic state, it's only so much he could do. Because states also get to do their own thing on their own level. You know?
Listen, what Obama said was true and somewhat half true and true. He's right. Every state has their own true, but as we can see, Democrats are the only one that are following the rules. George Bush and Trump, motherfuckers, anything I tell us can't be done, they're passing it through executive order, right, and let the courts worry about it.
Once you make it federal, the state has to follow federal laws.
That's what I'm saying. And then if the state want to fight it, and then they'll take you up in court. By that time, at least even if it's for 6 months, at least on the little 6 months, your shit would be up. The fact that we can't do nothing because we don't have the numbers, that shit is y'all niggas and Republicans just today. Republicans
who doesn't have the numbers?
Democrats apparently don't. But that excuse is
Democrats
tiresome.
Don't have the numbers?
Yeah, they don't have the numbers. That excuse is tiresome
that's
because
BS,
just today one state just made it abortion a legal period. I'm like, motherfuckers is regressing completely. Of course, they know ACLU is going to sue them and going to go to court. But up until then, that abortion in that state's going to be legal, right? That's how it goes. At least give us a little bit of reprieve. Do some wild shit on our behalf. You know what I'm saying? Pass reparation even if it lasts for 3 weeks. Sometimes the messaging matters.
That's what's going to have to demand it.
Is it just the messaging? They're not doing.
Stop worrying about people, like the person, like people you like or people who you think look cool or people who you think is with you or whatever. Nah, man, it's bills and policies.
All right, let's get into ISIS trying to kill the boy George W. Bush. Where did this story come from? Like,
yeah, Greg put that up.
Well, they did miss him with the shoes. No, did I? Oh yeah, I did.
No, I heard this story, but I didn't understand like where the intel came from or anything like that to say ISIS and actually put a group behind it.
What do you mean? I don't. So ISIS, they said they were trying to back then or currently?
I guess currently, like this past, currently trying to assassinate George W. Bush in Dallas.
Man, ISIS don't chill, man. We over it. We done get y'all back the country. What's the problem? We done smooth everything over. We good.
Well, they missed him with the 2 shoes.
They missed him with the 2 shoes. Y'all done got y'all licked. That's it. Old man was agile. Biden can't do that. I'm giving you that. You throw some shoes at Biden, you striking them with both shoes. Even if you throw the second shoes 30 seconds later. Listen, George Bush ass was old, but that motherfucker was moved. Whoa, that nigga ducked both of them shits.
I was actually impressed, yeah.
Hell yeah, that motherfucker like, oh shit.
Yeah, that nigga Biden is he's not ducking any of this.
None of them. The first gonna hit him, and before he even processed that, 10 seconds later, y'all
niggas wildin'.
Oh man.
All right, sticking in politics, gas prices is predicted to hit $6 by the time in August. Y'all niggas in trouble. Y'all niggas in trouble, B.
I feel attacked, man.
Because that shit could go to $12. I don't got no problem.
We just gonna have to go live. We ain't going nowhere. We ain't driving nowhere. And that's the thing about the gas fuel industry. Like they get their set their prices no matter what. Whether demand is up or low, they still get to raise their prices. Anything that happens over like any region where that produces gas, they're quick to raise up prices.
Listen, to me it's so fake, bro. Anytime this is like almost the worst part of capitalism. When we weren't buying, right? When no one was out the house, they had to raise gas prices because they weren't making money. Now that everybody's out the house, they said the demand side, we got to raise gas prices because demand side. There's never not a time to raise gas prices.
There's never equilibrium.
Yeah, it's never. Gas is now rent. It only goes one way.
The demand is too low, so we have to increase the prices.
Yeah.
Demand is too high, so we have to increase prices.
It is the only area where it's
rent now. It's only even rent. You know how people talk about we need to do something about rent. Rent's not going down, people. I don't know if they told you that. I've never seen rent go down in my life. Rent's only going one way. Just like gas.
And once it hits the certain number, it's not going down.
It's not going down.
Well, the thing is,
yeah, exactly.
Rent could go down if there's enough
if there's a bunch of houses.
Supply, yeah. If there's a supply, if people actually need people for rent, they can't find renters.
Yeah, but I don't know big complexes that are doing stuff like that. You know.
But yeah, they're not gonna.
That's the thing, because they'll find. So, say for instance, a complex used to have 500 units, or say they have 20 units, and it used to be 500 a month for each unit, and now they're increasing it to 2,000. So they don't really care if they have vacant lots. If they find people that's gonna rent for that 2,000, they're gonna still make the same amount of money with less people if the price is higher. So what's their incentive to drop it back down to 500? There's no incentive. If they're gonna find people they're gonna find people to live there. Yeah. So it's not going down.
Yep.
So y'all niggas renting and putting gas in y'all car, y'all niggas in trouble.
Gas, I done seen go down a little bit sometimes. You know, if they running up the numbers crazy, they're gonna let it go down. 'Cause this, I hear this is our highest it's been, right? So during the Bush era, wasn't this era? I don't know. I remember it felt bad back then, but I didn't know. Maybe it wasn't. It never reached as high. No. But even then, it was crazy because we came from the $2 era. We came
when we started driving, gas was like 119.
Yeah, so that's why
460 now. Yeah,
it's nuts, bro.
Yeah, 460. So I know that's gonna hit like aviation and trucking even harder. Your ticket price is about to go up. Your
milk price about to go up.
Food price, anything that gets transported, price is gonna go up. You know, like what you call that, delivery fees on everything for Grubhub. What else?
I did order. I ordered pizza the other day, and there is an extra charge for fuel.
Yep.
So they
got to pass it on to you. Yeah, they got to pass it on. Yeah.
What if nigga charge you fuel with you ordered pizza, he came on the Tesla? you ain't gonna dispute the bill? I'm not giving you a tip, bro. I was gonna give you a tip, but you're coming up on me.
Yeah, electricity, bro.
You're coming up on me.
Ooh, battery charge.
I hear there's something even better mileage in the Tesla, but it's not gonna catch on the hydrogen. The hydrogen cell, they said those that burn, those got very good mileages, and that
they're not gonna.
The byproduct is water, but they're not. They don't have the. It take too long for it to get out. But
well, no, it's not that. Like the industry's not gonna put something out that's not gonna make them profit.
Well, that's why you can't rely on the industry. That's why you need a guy like an Elon. You need someone that's not plugged in to work around it. You build the framework.
How much does that take to create that? You know,
the same way you did Tesla.
You know
you got the
black officer or retired officer that got shot at the shots in Buffalo.
Mm-hmm.
He was working on a car that runs off of water.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I heard about that. I don't know if that's a conspiracy.
I don't know, but they showed the video and that nigga had a car running off of water. So,
damn.
These mass shootings is also fucking up the innovation in the world. So, if you could get a car that run off of water,
that's crazy.
The price of water is just gonna go up. So, it is what it is.
I mean, water need to be like treated. I guess the cost is treated water.
What you mean treated?
I mean, we got plenty of water. It just need to be filtered and need to be potable or drinkable.
I guess
we're not short on water. There's no water shortage.
Yeah, there's never gonna be. I think because the amount of water we have on the planet is gonna be the same regardless. Is it? Or well, you do have melting ice stones and shit like that with global warming and shit. So there is gonna be more water with these ice things melting and shit like that. So we can have too much water.
Yeah, you can have too much. Yeah, there can be too much water, not too little, not.
No, because once it evaporates, it's coming back down.
Yeah,
same amount. So. Yeah. If these ice caps and shit like that melt all the way, a lot of the countries that are below sea level is just gonna no longer flooded, be what's name. They're gonna be flooded, and we're gonna have less land.
So that's what I'm saying. Like when they're talking about that water shortage, is BS. Because really, that's what they're talking about. Are they not able to like filter enough water, or are they not able? That's what that is. It's really
for which one?
For water.
What do you mean as far as?
Because we're talking about like the guy who got shot in Buffalo. He was working on a car.
Oh, the water, yeah. There's all sorts of different vehicles out there. There's like I said, there's the hydrogen. There's all sorts of different ways. But can you mass produce it and all that?
Yeah, I was saying there's no shortage of water. You know, it just need to be filtered.
Even there is a shortage of water.
There's not.
There's a shortage of the water that clean because we have majority of the world is salt water.
Yeah, so it needs to be filtered.
Yeah, but when you filter it, there's byproduct. That's why even though the even over there in what is it, Israel, they have the world's biggest desalination tank. That's when they change salt water to regular water. Even that, the byproduct when you separate the salt water from water, it leaves like a bunch of thing called brine, like a bunch of salt.
Yeah,
and when you drop that back into the water, it throws off the pH level and a bunch of sea life dies. There's no energy you're gonna get that doesn't have a fucked up. That's just how the world works. It was never meant for this shit to be free. There's always a trade off. The people believe that at some point Nikola Tesla, the original guy, they said he had an invention or he wanted the way to be free electricity where there's some kind of like towers. Imagine all the nations have towers and this towers just trade off electricity that way. But I don't know. They haven't proven it yet. At least everything has a trade off. Even with the Tesla, with them making their batteries, they're mining cobalt. There's a lot of even that shit has a lot of back that fucks up the
But you
planet.
You can draw energy from the waves, from wind.
Yeah, you can.
There's so much.
There's definitely
that
you need
we're not
all of
tapping
you
into.
need them all active for it to work.
Right.
But
But I'm
no
surprised,
country
like,
has them all at once, so there's always a fall off.
I was surprised like Tesla doesn't have a solar version.
Solar car?
Yeah.
Well, that's the thing. The solar doesn't give enough power.
Yeah, it's
I
you.
mean, I think it'll help though.
It would be. I think the truck was supposed to have on the bed. The thing's supposed to have it, but it's not gonna give. It doesn't pull enough power for it to do it.
It'll help.
think it will.
It'll help
I think
like
it will.
barely, but
Yeah,
it's just the amount of sun you need to generate a kilowatt and shit like that is just not gonna be. It's not gonna replenish itself fast enough, especially for a car that size and for a car that's weighing 4,000 pounds to move it. The amount of energy you need, you're not gonna be able to just get it from just the sun and just riding in the sun.
I always felt like they could go in the space, right? The same way we got satellites, and position a giant magnifying glass that rotates and maybe between magnifying glass and mirrors and be more sun at different areas that just charge it that way. It might sound crazy now. Watch 20 years from now, someone does it and that person's considered a genius. It just maybe there's either not enough money in it
to have a
because it's all sun
to have a something that beams
through a magnifying glass, make it even stronger and power that way. You know
I was
what I'm
just
saying?
thinking the space stations uses solar.
Yeah, they're closer to the sun, and they're using solar. But the space station is using solar to stay on, and they're closer to the sun. They're nothing but panels, and once it's already up in speed, they're no longer using power. They're using the gravity of the Earth to keep it going. So that is when they start doing space stations travel, that's just a wrap right there. Because they say you lap the world like 7 times in a day when you're in a space station. So you just hop up there. It takes 2-3 hours to make it up there, or 2 hours or so. You make it up there, hop on, and you're on the other side of the world. You know what I'm saying? In 30-40 minutes, you hop back off.
sounds dangerous.
Oh, it's dangerous. Definitely gonna be dangerous. But what else do we have?
That was all we had in politics. We could jump into hip hop.
All right.
Yeah, we could jump into hip hop. Or do y'all want to jump into pop culture?
Which one? We have a couple. Which one y'all want to do?
Where you at? Hip hop or pop culture?
Yeah.
It's up to y'all. What y'all want to do? Hip hop or pop culture?
I'll say let's do hip hop.
All right, go hip hop then.
All right. Let's see. So hip hop, we had Rick Ross Auto Show at the Promised Land.
That
His
shit's
crib
fucking
in
incredible.
Fayetteville.
That shit is
What's
incredible.
Promised Land?
His house.
His house.
Okay.
That land.
200-something acres.
He literally. I remember he said he was turning one part to an amphitheater, like a that shit literally had thousands of people there, like a little amphitheater. Like he could have did that. You know what I'm saying? He'd have been fucked that he had like a Travis Scott incident and this shit done. I mean, you probably fucked because you have no municipality to blame. This is all private land. You're really gonna be fucked. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, he had a whole car show, thousands of people there, did a concert. The shit is crazy. To think this is just one person's house.
Plus his property. It's not like this inside the house. And shit
But I'm just saying it's probably the fact that it's just one person. I like the fact that he bought all that, and I'd be wondering why the fuck are you gonna do it? It's not gonna make sense. It's just gonna bleed. But if he's gonna make it, he could make the one place to make money. He can make it amphitheater, so it's gonna make
already
sense.
making money. He's been making money. Now he's making even more money there because like he's trying to do a zoo at Buffalo's, and
so it could be that money he spent on that all could come back wholeheartedly, and it just this little station just channeling money because he already makes money. He lets movie studios use it. And now he's gonna do amphitheaters. He's already doing shows there. Yeah, now if he does the zoo, this shit's gonna be fucking. He don't have to go much places. He's gonna just be stationed right there in the little headquarters. He's almost gonna be like the Walt Disney of hip hop. You know how Walt Disney came up here in Orlando, bought out all the land, and made himself a little cut himself a little and have a promising thing, make a killing, he could do that right there in Georgia.
Build his own community.
Build his own community and just, it's going to be, even if you don't like Rick Ross, it's going to be a thing to do each time you go to Georgia. It's going to be like a little tourist spot.
Yeah.
That's going to be good to go. So it's genius. It's crazy that he's the only rapper to think to do that. You know what I'm saying?
Major shout out to Rick Ross.
You'd think Swiss Beats would at least do it. This motherfuckers be dropping. They're showing Swiss Beats' house and they dropped the $23 million in that house. What is it called? The Razor Home. That's the house they use on the Avengers. That was Tony Iron Man's house.
Oh, that was Swiss Beats' house?
That's Swiss Beats' house. That shit is fucking incredible. So some people are getting a different kind of bag, but yeah, they're using it properly.
Yeah, I think what you got. Pharrell, he had one of the glass house in LA. Yeah, shit look nice.
Some of these rappers get a
shit
different.
Look ridiculous. It's just like a headquarter.
Yeah, they got a different kind of bag, dog. You talking about like $20-30 million. These are people that usually they're very eccentric, but usually only like very elite people buy those type of houses, especially on music money. You don't think you're like, can you afford this? But you know, Swiss Beats got Alicia Keys, so he getting a different kind of bag. And
yeah, he's a producer as well. It's different when it's producers versus rappers.
Yeah, we didn't promote producers enough. Yeah.
But there's also this thing of when you're able to walk the tight line between hip hop and white folks love you, and you're also creative. Your propensity to make money is next level. That's why you have a Pharrell, you have Kanye, and you have like who's like that could get that much bread because white folks love them, so they're gonna put them in on deals.
So that's why it's good to go commercial.
Yeah, between that and but the streets still fuck with them. Well, white man Pharrell be got designers. You know what I'm saying? These dudes be doing custom designs, Pharrell editions. This will.i.am. These dudes such a different bag because they just people from all walks of life also like them as well. People, you know what I'm saying, they think they're eccentric, don't hang with them. So the way they leverage it.
50 was like one of the few rappers to like actually like let it know like said fuck it, like I'm gonna go commercial.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But a lot more rappers would be in a better position.
Yeah. I think Kanye said that in a song too. Like he said 50 said change your style up.
No.
Commercial.
Yeah.
And if they hate
from the bakes, yeah.
Let them hate and watch the money pile up.
Classic 50. Yeah, but some of these boys are getting that.
But a lot of rappers was getting shamed back then for, like even
going
like,
commercial.
Yeah, doing commercial, taking deals, trying to appear in a movie or
that day
anything like that.
That day is over with. Look at ASAP. ASAP ain't got time to be rapping like that. You know what I'm saying? Motherfucker out here got Rihanna pregnant, doing one-way shows over there in Vegas, so getting clothing line deals.
Trying to keep it real, trying to keep it hood and stay broken.
Yeah, or you could go around and be everywhere. These new rappers are touching all, you know what I'm saying, getting everything.
The new rappers now, they don't give a damn about that stuff, yeah. Yeah, but back then, niggas could have made a whole lot more money. So.
Yeah, you could have. What else do we have in hip hop? Lil Dirk's dad. He came out, he just came out of prison, Big Dirk, and he was talking about how when he went to jail and they tried to make him flip on Larry Hoover, and they told him, you go out, we're gonna still let you out the block. You work for us now. And he just said he reached in his pocket. He put out his lawyer card. He said, get my lawyer. And that was it, man. And 25 years later, I'm here, man. No snitching, no nothing, no stool pigeon. And people in the comments are just roasting him. That nigga said 25 years later like it was nothing.
The snitches.
The
snitches was getting at him.
They're roasting him.
That's the thing. Like after you get out of jail and you say, nah, I didn't snitch on this guy about killing 16 people. Is that not snitching?
I don't know. I mean, I don't know if it was they wanted Larry Hoover, but people are saying you dumb because they still got Larry Hoover. And you just lost 25 years of your life, which you did. Larry Hoover's still in jail. Big Dirk just got out. I guess it worked out. He did his 25 years. His son's a multimillionaire.
Yeah.
Somebody 25 years is 25 years.
Somebody posts like you did a third of your a quarter of your life.
It's a nigga that's a quarter of your life.
As if it ain't nothing.
Yeah, and 2 of his sons are dead. The it's not.
But it just goes to show, like this generation, like they're different. Yeah.
I mean, I respect it. I respect it. We need we can't have black folks all be in one accord. We need all sorts of black folks. That means we need white collar black folks that's gonna snitch on you at a drop of a dime. We need black folks that are criminal. We need black folks that are pushing P. We need black folks that are from all whites. We can't just all be one accord. It's too easy to take you out the pivot doing that way. So you seen Charleston White, the black
That's
guy.
what I was just about to bring up. I'm Charleston White, nigga. Listen, I'm not going to jail because you decided you want to sell dope and you asked me for a ride.
Exactly.
That nigga Charleston White keep it a buck, and them motherfuckers really don't like that shit.
Oh, Charleston's worse than keep it a buck. Charleston is a law-abiding citizen. One of I think 600 Breeze or something ran down on him this past week and trying to threaten him. And he was like, well, you can do it. You got to do this, that, third. You put a hand on me, I'm about to call the law on you. I hope you know that right now. And he tells them people just the same.
He ain't keeping it real with you.
He told you the same way. Charleston let you know. And please know, I'm going to call, and I'm call the judge. People don't realize I got a disability, like he's blind in one eye. He's I'm going to try to get your shit enhanced for, you know what I'm saying? And I'm almost a veteran. He's not a veteran. I'm almost
almost a veteran.
Not a veteran. Citizen. A senior citizen. He's I'm going to get that shit enhanced. We're going to get your ass a body. And I'm going to come out to your career. He said, please put your hand on me. You know, he talks shit to all these rappers. And he said, people, and the guy talking about that nigga is not lying. He will call cops. Yeah, I'm just going to leave that nigga alone. You're like, exactly. Exactly. And he be like, I mean, that proves his point. He like, y'all niggas do all that shit to each other, but y'all let these white boys run through y'all hood doing things. That's what y'all scared of, these white boys.
True.
And y'all niggas put a hand on me. That's exactly who I'm going to call.
True.
And I like, the nigga, when you right, you're right.
Yeah.
The nigga know he gonna talk to you any kind of way. And if you got something to say about it outside of words, you put your hand on me, you going to jail. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, one of you gonna be pussy. You know what I'm saying? And one of you, if you really have an issue.
Yeah, we've been seeing all that stuff is a monkey show, but you know, a lot of people like trying to die hard for it, trying to hold it up.
Listen, man.
Yeah, it's really nothing to hold up.
Yeah, like at this stage in life, bro, I'm not going to jail for a nigga that decided I'm gonna carry this dope on me, and we get pulled over. You throwing shit under the seat.
Like, what you doing in the seat for, bro? They don't go there.
That's the thing, bro. Like, to stay on code.
And then you expect everybody in the car to just go to jail, no snitching.
I always wanted to have like a rule like that. I wanted if there was like a commission, like a group, but like, okay, if the person goes to jail, let's say everyone goes to jail, you're gonna give them like 2 weeks to get out of town. Then after which time you either come forward or we could flip on, like, you know, you did it. You know what I'm saying? We're going to give you enough time to clear it. You know what I'm saying? We done locked this up. We all got locked down for a murder charge. You got away. You don't actually did it. I'm going to sit down for about a week. You got either come forward in that week or you get out of town. I gave you enough time, but don't tell me, oh, that nigga snitched on me, though. I was supposed to do that whole time for you, bro?
I'm telling you,
this shit is crazy. I'm supposed to go to jail.
The hood mentality is so fucked up, bro.
The hood, yeah.
The funny thing about the hood, too, like, it's like,
it's a trap, bro.
They say all that rules is like, you know, to get over on somebody, to screw somebody over. Because everybody ain't thorough. Everybody ain't, you know, going by the code.
Well, the rules are for the workers. The bosses never follow the rules.
Yeah, they're saying that's, you know, so, you know, whoever, you know, like, decide to follow it, like, you're gonna, you know, like, hold the blame for everybody. You're gonna hold the bag for everybody. You don't who's gonna keep it real. You're gonna keep it thorough. You know, you're gonna show love. You don't who's gonna get screwed. Mm-hmm. You're the guy who, you know, like, supposed to take the what do you call that? Take the load, take the fall for everybody.
How you gonna take the fall when you're not even involved in the shit?
Yeah.
As we can see, when the RICO charges come, look at Gunna ain't got no bond posted right now. Gunna was only charged on one thing, and as you can see, it looked like they were mainly using his lyrics against him. And Gunna's whole thing when they brought him up in the conspiracy is that he was in a car and the guys behind him had guns or something like that. You're like, so what? I ain't got nothing. You're like, I ain't my car. Them guys are behind me. They ain't me. What am I being charged on? Outside the lyrics, they look like they have nothing on Gunna, but they're still gonna hold his ass in.
Like they had guns, but like, I mean, was it illegal? Or they didn't have a permit, or they didn't?
It wouldn't matter. I'm not in the same car.
It's not my gun.
Because we just talk about
you
this.
found that gun in that nigga pocket.
Was that gun dirty? Because like having a gun is not illegal.
Listen, man. You know these guys might have had a conviction. So if you have a conviction, you have your
It shouldn't matter though, because
you don't have the right to have a gun anymore.
It's not N.o.r.e. It's not on my person.
Exactly.
You found it on someone's person. What the fuck does that got to do with me?
But we already know how it goes with RICO charges. People get railroaded. That's why the RICO charge in itself is almost, I don't know how it's even constitutional. They sweep up everybody. There's a lot of innocent people that go to jail.
And they hope those guys use it against. You see who they use it against. They don't use it against. Somebody posted that too. Like, how come like the KKK never got a RICO charge? How come,
maybe not the KKK, but they use the RICO charge on any motherfucker they can't control. They'll use that shit on anyone. They use it on that shit started with white people. It started with the mafia, so they use that shit on anyone.
They weren't white.
Yeah, but they'll use it even against, let's say, like certain.
They used it against what's the nigga that bought the Wu-Tang album? Didn't they use it against him?
Yeah, he got hit with a RICO. Yeah, they'll use that shit against anyone, bro. If them motherfuckers can't contain you, they can't control you. You did a little bit of crime and you doing halfway shady business. That's why I thought they were gonna hit Trump organization with the RICO charge. You know what I'm saying? But that just goes to show a motherfucker powerful enough. But really, that should have been a RICO charge, right? Then even Trump them.
Yeah.
If you're gonna go after.
Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, and that nigga about to run again.
Trump just showed you that. I don't know if it's. You can get in a position in the world that nothing could happen to you because even though Trump should be going to jail, he's too powerful. How he's symbolic in a sense. He's now like the White House. We can't throw this motherfucker to jail. How we gonna look like we're the first world country right now? What is this? You know what I'm saying? We ain't no backdoor place. We always look like locking up presidents. We gonna look wild.
If they locked up Trump, you know how much shit they would have to put up with.
Oh yeah,
motherfuckers attacking the jail, trying to break them out of the jail.
Also, these white folks be acting a fucking donkey. So for the greater good,
you got other millionaires and billionaires trying to break them out.
Oh, I need this nigga for that party. You gotta get out. Either way, Trump played the game.
Still got that deal.
Trump played the game to the level which I've never seen before. You know what I'm saying? Usually there's some backdoor type shit, some shit that. You know, like what's his name, buddy? Jeff, doing that and killing himself, or Epstein. Yeah, that's a backdoor. This ain't no in your face. I do what the fuck I want. I'm the boss. Nothing y'all can do about it.
Well, technically, they say he killed himself, but
yeah, exactly. We already know. Some big bosses ain't about to let their name out there. You gotta go. But Trump played the game to that level that I've never seen this before. Like this is the epitome. To me, Trump's an American oligarch. This is the guy that gets to do crime, do whatever he wants, and you can't put him in jail. He calls you a snitch on public TV like it's nothing. Like there's a fucking president calling people a snitch, calling people a rat. That's just fucking
call
insane.
A woman a bitch.
Yeah, when he called this guy right, he said he's just a rat. Then like what?
Who was it that he called that lady? What's her name? Amorosa.
Yeah,
said she was a female dog.
Nigga's a fucking beast.
Literally called her a bitch.
Yeah, it was a beast. What else do we have?
In hip hop, you have N.o.r.e. N.o.r.e. repeating what we said on this podcast years ago about how hip hop artists treat white social media outlets and shit like that.
What was he mad? Wasn't it because Cardi B, I think, went to go do interview with Ellen or some shit like that?
Well, that's what people are suspecting, that it's like a reaction to Cardi B or whatnot. But that's just how hip hop artists has been for the longest. Like when we talked about how when they go do interviews with white people, they're bubbly, they're smiling, they're laughing and all that shit. But when they come to a black outlet, they mean mugging. They don't want to answer questions.
Yeah, the shit is fucked up, man.
Well, that's because they know, like there's consequences.
I don't know if there's
consequences. No, there's consequences.
So what?
There's consequences.
To you being a good person?
Yes, there's consequences. Yeah,
because
they're gonna go there and act how they act. I mean, even like look at Kanye West when he grabbed the mic from what's her name, from Taylor Swift. Yeah, there was some backlash against that. Yeah.
What
Over time it kind of blew over. But like, there's a lot of money that they're gonna get lost. There's a lot of deals that are gonna get pulled that are gonna be pulled out. But when you do that against like the black media, I mean, what are the consequences?
Yeah,
you ain't gonna lose nothing.
No consequences when you walk out. When you say put some respect on my name.
Exactly.
All three of y'all and just walk out, no issue.
Exactly.
Just your artist still playing on the radio the next day.
Yep.
Anywhere else, Drake would have dropped off. Nick would have dropped off. All the artists would have been off the city.
Exactly. That's
I think it's like all three of
even
y'all.
Like right
just
now,
go
like,
viral. Nothing happened.
Even right now, like like they're letting like a woman kind of like
Run
cook a little bit.
Yeah.
But they say anything against the wrong type of men, there is a consequence. Like they said, even like what's her name, the newscaster Tommy Lauren, she had said some shit about men. Yeah, they made her to walk that shit back. Whoopi Goldberg said some shit about Jewish. She got kicked off. She got suspended from The View. It's certain people, exactly. It's certain people you can't say shit about.
Some people got to hold some weight. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. But say like that's what men are still in control. But like you say anything about like another group of men, black men, especially you can say anything about black.
You can say anything about black men.
I mean, ain't no consequences. What are you gonna lose?
Yeah, this is America. You can say anything about black men. You know what I'm saying?
What are you gonna lose?
The holy grail who you can't say things about in America right now, currently, as I say, it would be Jewish,
white,
gay, and black women. You can't say those three. Those off limits.
Jewish, gay, black, white men too. Yeah.
Nah, you can.
Man,
black men, white men right there. Black men, you can talk shit as much. What? You can talk shit more about white men than you care about black men now.
No, not really. No, not really.
You talking about a specific white man or something, but as speaking generally about white men, you could talk
shit on white men all damn day. It's nothing. Why do you think you have uprising of these incels and all them? A lot of them are feeling disrespect. That's why when you have when you're having the whole march of the Jews will not replace us, people thinking these aren't a bunch of rednecks. These are these are college kids that are preppy kids from neighborhoods with button-up shirts talking about Jews will not replace us. People wonder where's that coming from. These motherfuckers are suburban kids. How they in touch with this racism? Because nigga, they brought up in the world where they can't have an opinion. They're like, nigga, what the fuck? Shut the fuck up. You white. You ain't got to speak on that. White men? They don't want to hear about them, boy. Yeah. That's why right now, as you can see, even with the Amber Heard and Johnny Depp trial, so much that shit's bubbling online because white men are love. They're like, we finally got one. We got this bitch lying on camera. These motherfuckers are riding for Johnny Depp, as they should because he didn't do nothing wrong. But they're like, for too long. I don't know
why this shit is taking so long. They already figured out she lied about it.
Well, she went through. They're doing like a full. They're doing a full trial. So she's defending herself. She's countersuing. They played the tapes in court. So, you know what I'm saying? Johnny Depp lost millions from this girl, became a whole star after that. So, you know what I'm saying? He gave the lady a $7 million settlement after the divorce, bro. She wasn't supposed to speak on this. And afterwards, she ended up.
She had pleasure to.
She said she gave it to the domestic violence stand. And she ain't give none of that money away, bro. None of the money. So some people are saying a lot of men are like, oh, we finally got one. These. So some of these guys, especially guys have been screwed over. There's lots of guys that get screwed over every day. America just been. And, America don't really give a damn about men. You know what I'm saying? That's just men in general because our system is built by men. And they're like, nigga, you get it how you live. You fall to the wayside, nigga. Get up and dust yourself off and keep it moving. But there are some men that they get screwed over. They can't get back on the monkey bars. Can't get back. And they feel left behind. That's why the manosphere has been there for them. So imagine guys in divorce courts, paternity, what's the name, shit ain't going in their favor. They feel like this Johnny Depp thing, this is a win for them. It's a massive win for them. That's how they feel. They feel like they're cheering behind them. But yeah, white men, right? You could definitely get off with making jokes white men.
Shit about white men.
Yeah, if you're making fun of gays, and I mean gays is not even gonna get you enough jokes anymore. You could get off on some. I mean transgender specifically. You know what I'm saying? If you have an issue, that's the tier. That's the high tier. Transgenders is now surpassed gays. You might be able to get a joke off on gays, but transgenders are hold on. That's what you cross.
Yeah, the only person allowed to talk about transgenders is Dave Chappelle,
and even that is just backlash. As you can see,
he's not even saying nothing negative.
You can see Ricky Gervais just dropped the Netflix special. And people are talking about they're canceling their Netflix thing because he's very transphobic. This, that, and the third. He made a couple of jokes, but Ricky Gervais has got a history of insulting all sorts of people. But this is the group that apparently at the moment it can't be spoken of or spoken down to, or the shit is nuts. You know what I'm saying? How do we even get on that one?
Gray saying you can't talk about white men.
No, but to what extent? What was that off of? N.o.r.e. Oh,
off of N.o.r.e.
Yeah, man. These rappers, they complain how we don't control our own shit or have our own thing, but they keep passing up their own thing. Even like $1 million. You know what I'm saying? Like he said, you could have went to me, N.o.r.e., $1 million worth of game, but I say it's both ways. You should have went to like a black outlet, but these black outlets be acting like you stole in the streets. This is the same black outlet that won't let Tekashi get a fucking interview because he snitched. Like, nigga, are we doing media or not? What the fuck you do? What's it matter if I snitch on these niggas? I'm an artist. I should be able to go on there and do an interview.
Well,
y'all bringing street shit on.
I guess they're not gonna get an interview from other artists. I guess.
Well, why Tekashi can't go to these black outlets and get an interview? Why he can only go through academics? He can always go to Ellen or any other places. You see? Only y'all niggas doing block shit on block shit. Why it's coming out, Buddy saying he extorting, why is Whack 100 talking about he could squeeze them niggas anytime he wanted $1 million worth of the game? There's always some backdoor shit that a black folk shit, bro. So some niggas probably ain't putting up with that. Nigga, I'm just coming here, have a good time, get my money, dip in, dip out. I ain't playing the political games. These white folks here for a job. That's it. So I can't blame on that aspect because the hip hop world it's got some crazy shit in that aspect. Like, motherfuckers got to check in and do all this dumb shit.
Let's see what else we got. Hip hop. I got Justin Timberlake in hip hop.
Yeah, I guess I didn't know where to put him. That was Justin Timberlake. He just sold his whole catalog for $100 million, not including future releases, which is what I expected. You know, I feel like right when niggas started owning their masters, that shit ain't worth nowhere as much anymore. Everybody's selling that shit off. So people that still talking about they own their masters, and if you're not selling it right now, you're a fool because that shit ain't about to be worth a damn thing.
Yeah.
You gotta get that shit off while you can. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, how that little royalty dwindling down.
It ain't even that the royalties dwindling down because especially when you find out that you're allowed to record the thing 7 years later and still own that version. So why not sell this, get the cash out, and release another version 7 years down the line?
Yeah, like is your catalog really gonna make you $100 million
exactly in your lifetime? And you might as well get the bread and then redo it 7 years from now. It's smart business because these companies right here, they're consolidating. When we're in a recession, these companies want to get as much content as possible so they can sell it for top dollars. So they're buying all this shit right now. So you'd be wise to sell your shit. That's why people say, why is Wayne? We done seen so much bigger art. We done seen so much artists selling right now, top dollar. I don't know if Justin's was one of the higher ones. That's $100 million. It's pretty big. So that's what you're supposed to do because these guys are, you're going to start hearing, there's probably going to be like 2 or 3 music companies when the shit's done, or maybe 1 or 2. They're going to buy up all this shit for a couple billion, and they're going to have the massive catalog.
So there's almost like, it makes sense to do a 360 deal now.
Yeah. The money's there, bro. The money's there. It makes sense. And you don't own this shit to your thing. So what? Wait 7 years and you release it everything all over again, a new version. Like Taylor Swift just did her first album. You own that one. If your fans love you, they'll buy it then. And that's it. It's just art. This is the only art you're allowed to dip in 2 times. It should have been like that. It's fucked up that all the old artists, they own their shit for what is it called? Perpetuity, for forever.
But you know who can't do that? Nigga like Benny Single, that voice done changed up.
Yeah, he done fucked up. Yeah. So he got no choice. But he didn't own his masters, I don't think, anyway. So that's one of those things. I remember N.o.r.e. bought back his masters. That's the thing, man. These rappers be buying it. See, that's another thing. It's like Gray gets mad at all these new people that are entrepreneurs. Y'all should have get.
I'm not mad at people who are entrepreneurs.
Not all mad.
I'm
saying
mad
how
at
the culture is over
fake entrepreneurs.
But it's the same way that you got these artists talking about I don't bought back my masters. Like that shit ain't worth nothing, bro. You should have just these motherfuckers done saying I don't own your catalog. I'd have probably made $100,000 a year from it, and I'm gonna sell it back to you for $2 million. These people are smart. They're getting over on you, and you done bought it back now. You're lucky we're now in this era. Maybe you can sell it back. But trust me, you're not hearing. There's probably other artists that's selling this shit. We're just not hearing the numbers because they ain't got a crazy payday.
No, of course not. I mean, like, the thing is, like, we're artists now. Like, okay, like, yeah, you're going to get, like, with music, for right now, like, most songs, like, they're not classics. A lot of them are just, like, dwindling down.
Yeah. Not only that, they did the stats on all the media players. Majority of the streaming that's happening are old albums.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's crazy because we think it's all kids are buying albums and all that shit. We were thinking, but I don't know if it's our kids or maybe it's us adults that are the mainly ones buying. I don't know, but statistically, majority of the streams, the biggest streams that are streaming out are new guys, but the majority of the consistent one.
Because you really can't deny, like, good work, like good, genuine, solid work. Even when the new ears hear it, they're like, damn.
And they don't last long. Like you said, they doing down with the old songs. Them
they may hear the new
stuff
that comes out. Yeah, they may enjoy it for the time being. But when that classic comes, they're going to be like, yeah, this is different. Yeah, I might, continue to go back to this. That's what's happening.
The shit's crazy. Old folks ain't listening to new albums half the time anyway. So
no,
we just keep our old shit on rotation. So that money,
like our generation, we may dip into like some of the new stuff. Yeah, but a lot of the time we still stick to our old, classic stuff.
We breaking out what we grew up to.
Yeah.
So you got to imagine. So all the back catalogs been making a killing,
and also a lot of time too, like a lot of these like new artists, they're sampling old stuff.
Exactly, and people want to find out where they got it from.
Yeah, exactly.
Shit's wild. What else do we have? We did N.o.r.e. We did Dirk. I think that's it for hip hop.
Yeah, that is it.
Y'all want to switch over to sports?
Could do that.
That's our last one, ain't it?
We still got pop culture we didn't touch.
Well, sports is kind of big this week. You have Naomi Osaka. She's starting her own sports agency, so she left the other one and she's starting her own, right?
I haven't heard nothing about it, so I
did see in past week that they said she's starting her own. She wanted to blaze trail on her own. She's the highest paid female athlete out right now. So
Naomi Osaka, the Chinese Haitian girl.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Japanese,
same shit.
She's the future. She out here beating the Williams sisters and shit, beating Serena. So she's the best right now, the youngest. You know,
she's trying to work her way back in.
Isn't she the one that had to take the mental health break?
Yeah,
she chose to take the mental health break.
Yeah.
And she wasn't losing. She left out on the win.
I like my athletes mentally strong
or mentally broken. You don't capture mental. Hey, she getting the win she wants right now, playing whatever she wants, making crazy money. So she's the highest paid athlete.
I like her. You know, she a Zoe. You know, she speak of her mind. That's the Zoe side of her. Mm-hmm. She let it be known. You know, if you don't like me, oh well, you don't like me. So, but she gonna stand.
So there's was it Kyrie looking to be the first client?
Yeah,
Kyrie from the NBA.
Yep, from the Nets.
I would assume she's the first client since she's the athlete.
You think she signed herself? I guess if she has the right people, I'm like, I don't know how I look like signing someone younger than me, but I guess if you have the right people,
it's all about the people you hire and shit. So it is what it is.
I don't even understand how an athlete can own an agency, bro.
I know there's probably some type of
well, you're hands off. You just own a share, like how LeBron got it, right? You can't.
There has to be some type of
no conflict of interest.
Conflict of interest when the athlete is a sport agency or some shit like that.
I mean, like when you get certain type of money, I mean, people are looking to serve you.
Yeah, but after a while, it just because how is it not a conflict of interest? Like if I play the same sport as you, how do I know you're gonna put my contract ahead of the guy, the owner, shit like that? So it's kind of one of those things where it's almost like a blind trust. He owns a part of it, but he don't get this no say, no go. Because LeBron got a lot of talent with him over in his agency, and it kind of changed the game by him even doing that. So LeBron's one of the guys that we see that's in the game now on his agency, no different than Jay-Z, who's also an artist who also has his own agency. He has the biggest agency around.
That's what I was gonna say too. Like even you have like artists like starting their own labels, like sub labels.
Yeah, but that happened forever. Agency is a whole different thing because Jay-Z go around, if you super hot, Jay-Z don't have to sign you anymore. If you're super hot and you bubbling elsewhere, he's going to ask, can he manage you? And after, once he manages you, you're going to end up getting all the Rock Nation tour dates. And slowly but surely, every person he manages, they end up either renegotiating or starting the conflict back home, trying to get away out their label. So Jay-Z and him.
Shit,
So that's the way he out here. Motherfuckers, as you see, he's done with Meg the Stallion and shit like that. So he's got a lot of weight over there. I'd like to see, I don't know, because he has the biggest agency right now, Rock Nation. It used to be, a lot of people that's there are from Violator. Violator used to be the biggest one before that guy ended up killing himself. A lot of those former Violator people work at Rock Nation and shit like that. That's how he has all the big heads. But I'd like to see, imagine like a guy like Drake. Where's Drake supposed to go once his deal's up with cash and money? He wants to do management, this, that, and the third. How do you get a good, solid team? You know what I'm saying? Without going to Rock Nation, he don't want to be under Jay-Z's umbrella. So it's kind of crazy. They're saying how what these labels are doing now is they're teaming up with the artists. So I heard Waka Flocka speaking. He was like, what happened is they'll make these artists break up their thing, and what the label owners will do, say, let's say like Leroy Cohen left his record label and he went to go work at 360. He started at 360. Yeah, he's 300, but he went to go work at YouTube now. So imagine a guy like your boy that wants an NBA young boy. If he wants to leave his label, he'll go work and start a label with Leroy Cohen, and they'll do 360. Just them two. They said Gucci Mane got a deal like that. So there's a lot of old label heads, old CEOs that stepped down, and they just took one artist with them, and now we're gonna do it. So now you're hearing these artists are like, damn, how this nigga here, this place, that place, because his partner, he's making it seem like they're a lot of, because they're CEOs, they don't mind. There are a lot of artists that get in the forefront. So we're thinking, damn, this motherfucker everywhere. How Gucci get all this type of deals? His silent partner is a former CEO of these record labels. So like Mike Kaiser, this, that. So they said,
he said, not got relationship.
Yeah. So I think they said they did that with Gucci. They did that with there's a couple people as you can see that they'll be bubbling even when they step down. You're like, damn, how they getting a piece or touching everything? Though? How they, you know what I'm saying? But it's those backdoor relationships or those old CEOs. The niggas ain't just retiring. Even if they retire, they say, my plate's a little heavy right now. I want to retire. I could manage one artist. They take one artist and they
retirement pay.
Yeah, that's the retirement pay. They go everywhere. That nigga get all his bags. He's opening shows. It's like, see what I'm saying? So it's wild.
Sticking back to sports, did you guys see the new swimsuit edition for Sports Illustrated? The cover.
Yeah, had a big girl in there, right?
They had a plus size model on there, and the internet wasn't about to say this is a beautiful cover.
Oh, Black Twitter was saying it.
What was it? It was this one guy who said it's not beautiful. One white dude.
White dude, they went off on his ass.
Yeah, and he got fired too, I guess. Well,
yeah, Black Twitter was saying it was, why you fat shaming? Listen, man, even in sports, we can't even fat shame. We're just going to be PC. We're just going to act like fat is healthy. Yeah. Allow it. We're in mayhem right now, bro. Just let motherfuckers do what they want. Why even be Sports Illustrated? Let your boy get the cover. Let a nigga with dad bod be on that bitch, bro. What does this have regular? It don't matter anymore anyways, right? Why even got to play sports?
I'm telling you, whatever world, man. You don't know whatever world.
It's in a whatever world, dog. It don't even make no sense. This is Sports Illustrated when they used to have athletes come in there and pose nude to show you the sculpture of a real athlete.
What was the last one? It was, what's his name? Chris Paul.
Did he do one?
Yeah, he did one nude.
They have the different nude ones. All of them are the different athletes are doing nude because you get to see the chiseled physique of an actual athlete. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? But
now they
throwing regular motherfuckers in that bitch. Why even go full athlete? Just get regular people. This shit is crazy.
It's a swimsuit edition. Like, we want to see a nice swimsuit on a nice body. But
we're more trying to make people feel better.
People are going to push the envelope. What else do we have in sports?
It's called Stretch the Envelope.
Bronny James, he had posted up his prom pics online, or LeBron James' wife did. And I know some people online were kind of going off. I know Black Twitter is definitely going off because he was with a white girl.
Black women were hating on the young king.
And Dr. Umar.
What's crazy is if you see like LeBron's old high school one, he had one when he was with a white girl before he was
exactly.
These boys go to high-end schools because if you're playing real ball, you're not going to play right out of your school. Usually these other local schools
they go to fucking basketball schools, which is nothing but like...
Yeah. It's a preppy white school, this, that, and third. They go out there on a basketball scholarship, whatever it is. He's going to get the baddest brought at the school, and if it's only white school, it's going to happen to be a white girl. It don't matter.
I even think she was white. She looked a little...
That girl was white.
She was?
You seen the picture? She is white.
Yeah.
She is?
Listen.
She was like a little mix or something. Like
no one's going for just full white nowadays. Everybody will throw a little tan on there. You know what I'm saying? Nah,
that's just a tan. That's the tan look.
That's a tan look. They're just a look, but... people are mad like I don't see what's the issue. These boys go to prep schools. That's a common thing. They're gonna have
like the population of that school is like I think it's 60-something% white and like 7% black, 5% Asian, some shit like that, 3% Hispanic.
Yep.
So most likely the baddest chick at the school gonna be a white girl.
Exactly. And he gonna try to bet that's a given.
And she was bad, yeah.
So
chill 17, bro.
Yeah. Chill.
Chill, bro. Nah, I don't know how old she was, but nonetheless, it was prime. So,
Bronny is gonna. It's one of those things. That's why they be trying to say, "Oh, these athletes always be with a white girl." Because a lot of them are coming from prep schools. That's the reason. If they played at their home school, they'd probably have a black girl with them. It's because they go to an area.
Again, you aren't messing with them in the gym, so.
Yeah, they'd mess with them when they're back at their regular school, but when they go to a whole other school.
But that's the thing, Bronny was never in a position to be at one of these schools where it's 80% black.
Nah, Bronny been rich his whole damn life.
Exactly.
And he's going to wherever his dad
been
goes.
Rich his whole life, so
yeah.
Dad's a fucking billionaire.
Exactly.
What the fuck you expect from billionaire kids? To date around that billionaire community, and most likely it's going to be 99% white.
Yep. What's crazier is the fact that this kid grew up with a billionaire, and these motherfuckers grew up in the hood, and he's still out ball. That's why, I don't know if it's genetic or just money. The fact that we're now seeing that these athletes, kids are coming out to be some of the best in the nation is crazy.
It's nurture, preparation, a little bit of mix, a little bit of all that
Well,
stuff.
usually your dad will have to retire. These niggas dad's still in the game and he's still out there.
Yeah.
So how you have time to play?
He also put him in the program, he's an example. You follow his footsteps, you do the same thing he does. He put the money behind you to get you the best training, the best coaches.
Yeah. So,
It's just like a lot of people who used to have their kids go to what you call that, training camps and or what was it? What else? That other program was it? No, YMCA, the Boy Scout stuff.
Yeah. What's the name was and Bronny's not even the best out of his school. There was another kid that been fucking fire, bro. He's not even the best from his school. He's just one of the most popular ones. But that school that they go to, some of those guys all but certain to go to NBA. Though that whole lineup, them boys is put on a major show. Did Shaq's son ever make it back?
I know he had that heart condition, but I think he made a full recovery from his heart. Yeah, like heart surgery or some shit like that. But I think he made a full recovery. I don't know if he's still as projected to go where he was supposed to go or whatnot, but I think he made it back to LSU.
What else we have? So yeah, people hating on Bronny. I'd be like, who was to say? If this is gonna be his high school sweetheart, then maybe. But he's still got college to go to and shit like that. So he might still be able to recruit him a black girl. You know what I'm saying? He might pull
I gotta get on my dog level.
Yeah, but they gotta get on that level. Like there's very few. I mean, who else is he gonna get with? Like that's really there's the as you go up, like the population even like black, it gets smaller. I mean, you can even talk about even like regular jobs, like certain fields you get into. You get into there, like you see you see a lot less black folks in there.
And you climb the corporate ladder.
Yeah,
It's even when you go to college, you see less black people.
yeah.
Unless you go to
HBCU.
yeah.
Just like even me, like when I got into aviation, like at my school, like we got a lot of black folks. Like damn near like I would say almost half the school was black. But when I got into the field to the job, it was just me and one other guy.
That just lets you know how fucked up the aviation industry is, because you see 50% of the population going to the schools is black, but when you get into the workforce, it's only down to 10%, not even. So that's the hiring of these
it's
people.
not like they're not getting hired. It's just like
They're not finishing.
it's just so spread out. Like and also that too. Like there's like a low
graduation completion rate.
there too. Because from my class, I know that we started at I think like 20 something, and only like I would say like maybe 10 of us graduated. And they said that was like one of the highest number of class that they had graduated.
It was like that also when I was in machining. Which was kind of odd. I don't know. I wonder why that is.
Niggas like you that don't want to complete.
I didn't finish as well, so I am part of the problem, nigga.
So you part of the group that we won't see in the field.
It is like that because I remember them telling us, and I was like, "Yeah, we have like a 50% completion," and I'm like, "The class ain't that big; it's only 20."
Yeah.
So how the hell is it? How is the completion rate so low?
Yes, y'all know niggas love to go to school,
But no one to finish.
niggas don't like graduating.
And
What
it's
happened
also
with me is my school did us dirty, though. The teacher went and took him a new job and let us know like a week later. And then they hire a new teacher. They just elevated one of the old students and made him a teacher. Like, get the fuck out of here.
That's
bro.
why niggas like you got your loans be forgiven.
They didn't
I was
forgive
going to these janky ass schools.
Nah, this was right at PBSC, bro. They didn't forgive my loan. I had already paid it off by then, but they had gave one of his ed students got the job, and I like, bro. And I remember I had the class, bro, and I remember I felt bad because niggas in there was like, hey, they're trying to help you work amongst yourself. I'm like saying, how do you do this? Asking a peer, how do you do this? You're like, oh man, just copy. He's getting frustrated. He don't even want to teach me. Just copy. And I'm like, all right, that's all fine and dandy for classwork. Come test time, I don't know a damn thing. After a while, I was like, man, I had to get up out of there, bro. You know what I'm saying? I had to get up out of there. And some of these young boys would be good too, man. I remember a kid would be like 17 years old, like, bro, you gotta fucking machining degree at 17, bro, you're gonna be in the money. And he
you'll
was just skipping class whenever he wanted. I'm like, bro, I wish I fucking knew this shit I knew at your age, bro.
Yeah.
But they're just going there to get the paperwork.
Yeah.
They've been doing this shit in the field already because they're probably like...
And some of them be family. They already been there.
Yeah, exactly. That's one thing I
just
noticed
need
too.
the paperwork.
Exactly. And I'm like, damn. And I'm like, how you even know, man, this shit is, it's fucking nuts. So.
That's something I noticed too. Like, because even me when I was in the school, it was me and even like my other friends. Like a lot of us, we didn't know anybody else in aviation.
Yeah.
But you look over at the other white boys, they had like their father who was in the field. Yep. They had, their father-in-law, family, who they can call for they
probably got a plane at the house.
For a preference. Yeah. Already got them lined up with a position.
They probably got a plane at the house. They work on weekends. Like they got all sorts of shit. And these are people that they're in a field that we don't even really know, high earning, not really publicized field.
And aviation is really open.
Exactly, really open, making really good money, and it's not advertised like that. Shit is nuts.
So if it's somewhere y'all in there looking to make money, it's a lot of stuff you could do in that field to make money.
What else do we have in sports? There's talk that they said Russell Westbrook's said he wants he's opting for a trade from the Lakers.
Yeah, that's the thing. I don't think no team wants him though.
That's so disrespectful. That's so disrespectful, bro.
Everywhere
Can he not go to a trash team and at least let him ball out? And y'all does the NBA not play money ball?
We ain't building over here. We don't need no breaks.
Not the build. Some teams know you're not gonna win, but we're gonna fill these seats up. We're gonna put on a good show. A good show still goes a long way. I'm not believing all teams are competing for chip, bro. Some teams know we ain't about to win. He needs to go to Cleveland.
And do what?
Put on a good show every night. I'm not going to get no chip.
But that nigga not doing that now.
Exactly.
He had one bad year. Come on. But let him come back. For him to not find any home is very disrespectful, bro. This is worse than when they tried, what's his name? Melo. Remember when he couldn't find a home a couple years?
Took a year off.
Yeah, it took a year. Yeah.
Year and a half off.
When he couldn't find a home. Because Westbrook only had one bad year, missed a couple shots. After that, this man is triple-double king, balling out of motherfuckers. Come on, bro. For him to not be able to find a home is nuts. Let him go play somewhere, put on a show every night. You bust niggas' ass. You know what I'm saying? Y'all not going to make the chip, but you're going to be a good show. These tickets it's still entertainment at the day. People are paying for a ticket. You're paying for a show. You know what I'm saying? He can't work. He's shown now he can't work it. No matter who he's with, he can't work with nobody. He's not going to get that chip, so... They're making fun of it. It's like, what's the difference between him and Westbrook? You know what I'm saying?
Who's him?
I mean, Chris Paul. What's the difference between Chris Paul and Westbrook? It's the same result. You're not going to get no chip regardless.
But Chris Paul is scoring, though.
Yeah, that Westbrook had the bad year, bro. One bad year. Y'all forget how this man was an animal these last 2 seasons.
It wasn't 1 year. I think he had a bad season in Houston. Because remember, he came from Houston. His good year was in OKC, but then he moved around a couple places. Then he landed on the Lakers. So it's been like the past 2-3 years he's been subpar.
Yeah. And then now there's talks that they're saying that the Brooklyn Nets they don't want to re-sign Kyrie Irving. Because he is vaccine status and missed games and stuff like that, so they don't want to. They don't want to commit.
All you want.
They don't want to commit that long term, so they want to just play out this season. They don't want to commit, and there's also talks that Kevin Durant hasn't spoke to the front office ever since the season ended, so he's pissed off.
What they gonna talk about?
That's what someone's put online. Someone said, "I don't speak to my job on my days off either."
What the fuck are they supposed to talk about?
I mean, Kevin Durant was sell a bill of goods, dog. He left the Golden State. Your boy Kyrie told him to come there, and then Kyrie doesn't fucking play.
Kyrie don't play. They told James Harden to come through. James Harden
come through. James Harden said, "Man, this is a dub. I'm out." Yeah. And then he just went to where he wanted to go. Because James ain't playing for chips. James is having a good time.
Hanging out with Lil Baby.
Hanging out with rappers.
He living his good life.
Exactly.
Trying to make music, whatever.
Yeah, he's trying to witness the intro in person. He's trying to witness how he keeps making these fire ass intros in person.
Stupid, bro.
Yeah, James ain't. I mean, man's fucking getting paid.
There's a guy they paying like what 40 over 40.
Exactly. He's a rich bachelor living a balling ass life. You know, who got time to chase chips?
Chasing bitches.
Yeah, he chasing bitches. I ain't getting it done. Your boy, you seen? He was on the
Tricking the Saweetie.
Kyrie was he was on the interview. He just did an interview with them boys, the ones that formerly from I'm Athlete. You know, they got a different one now.
The Pivot.
Yeah, I believe it's the Pivot. Yeah, and he was speaking on the whole. He said he never had beef with LeBron. The team sat there and told him how they plan on doing this and this for the next few years. He was like, yeah, I don't know. That's not really for me. I don't know if I'm really whatever. Whether it was playing in transition, it was really for him. And he had to go into Japan or China, some shit like that when he was in his tour. And he came back while he was over there. He's hearing how Kyrie wants out, this, that, and third. And by the time he got back, the whole thing was already done. You're like, man, that's just how the media does it, though. I never had a LeBron thing with no LeBron. But he was like, there's some stuff you don't say over the phone. You're just going to speak to a man in person. But they wanted this, that, and that. I don't understand what the team wanted to do and why he said, no, it's not for me. I imagine the team was saying, we're going to go get a couple more chips. And, LeBron's going to have to say, but, he was definitely living LeBron town down in Cleveland.
Yeah, that's the man's hometown. What you expect? Hometown. They always going to love him more than they love you. He's a homegrown.
Them boys felt that recession immediately when them boys left, dog.
Yeah.
Fucking crippled that economy. So, who wants to live in Cleveland if they don't got to, bro? You can't blame them.
It's like Midwest is like industrial. Yeah, industrial.
But he fucked up, though. You go to a place like New York. Here's what Kyrie don't get. Even if Kyrie didn't play this season, New York was going to turn on him anyways. It's just a matter of time. They haven't turned on him yet. They're about to. You already know how New York is down.
Yeah, if you don't produce that shit.
Yeah, before long, they're going to get, just like they did up Melo, they're going to ask for you to, the fans are going to try to get you.
Yeah, I mean, it's one of the biggest market.
Yeah.
Yeah,
so if you don't produce over there, there's no love fest for you after a while. There's a love fest for you, but when you start doing players' rights, like you're no trade, like Melo did, the fans were like, get this money. They're going to turn on you, dog. So he's just lucky. Now he's trying to do it on his own accord for COVID, using the COVID excuse, but they about to get him out of there. And he's just in Brooklyn. Imagine if he was in, what's his name?
Imagine if it was, the Knicks. The Knicks, That shit would, as soon as he said, I'm not getting vaxxed, they would have told that nigga, get the fuck out of here.
The fans would have been booing his ass. Heavy.
The city don't play that
Spike
shit.
Lee would be front row.
Yeah, it's what fucking bullshit he talking about. So it's different. So yeah, Kyrie's a young dude, man. It's crazy. Man. I don't know what he wants to say. I don't know if he trying to play ball or not.
All right, what else we got? We didn't even touch pop culture yet. I guess a big thing in pop culture I seen this past week was Walmart and their Juneteenth Ice-cream special.
Yeah.
So those are for real. I haven't gone to Walmart.
I seen a picture of it.
They pulled it. I should have fucking bought it ahead of time, though. That shit's probably make good money.
Put it in that deep freezer.
Yeah.
Selling that bitch.
Yeah. They pulled it after there was so much backlash online of people saying
niggas hate niggas nigging, bro.
Niggas hating.
This is the thing. Like, we want it to be a national holiday. It's a national holiday. You already know what time it is when something's a fucking holiday. Niggas gonna go out here and try to get this money about this holiday.
Exactly.
What did you expect? They was like, oh, we should only black people should profit off of this
I don't
holiday.
get the fuck
out of here.
Like, folks like, you mean to tell me I can't exploit this like any other holiday?
Well, you got to be in the position too. Like, that's what black folks need to understand. Like, if you're not in position, you ain't gonna be profiting off shit. Like,
as soon as they passed it, made it a thing, Biden gave y'all that Juneteenth. Y'all should have got y'all Juneteenth merch up this go around.
Facts.
Got your merch up.
What's the name? I think a white lady went to go trademark Juneteenth.
You gotta get your bread up. It's America.
Motherfuckers is playing the long game.
Yeah, that shit should have been trademarked.
On some celebratory type shit.
Miss Gladys.
Now I hear shit like that. Now like what I'm thinking is, I thought like everybody was an entrepreneur. I thought you were making millions.
Exactly. Motherfuckers is sleeping. Motherfuckers out here trying to get this bag.
I thought we were taking trips and shit. I thought we were eating at 5-star restaurants.
Some people play the long game. I did see one lady, a black cheerleading coach. she was getting all this attention by another brand, and they sent her a cease and desist. And they sent her a cease and desist by using the brand name. And come to find out, they went after her for using the name. Their shit wasn't copyrighted. She had it. She went back and copyrighted all this shit, the merch, this, that, and all that stuff. She like, and please do not wear no shirt, no what's. She like, y'all over here trying to stop me from using this. Y'all didn't even make sure y'all stop using the name. Y'all didn't even make sure y'all shit copyright. She went and got all that shit copyrighted and locked down. Trademarked and everything.
Yeah, we should know the game already, man. Yeah.
Yeah, because she's like, y'all want to be petty with me? I got something for you. Yeah, some people don't play that.
But all that boasting, about everybody entrepreneurship and you ain't getting shit done.
And yeah, I saw a lot of people talking about, if
real.
you want to really support what's name, you could buy this black something ice cream from Target. I was like, nigga, you sending people from one white owned company to the next white owned company.
Yeah.
Like, since when Target, and they're promoting Target, I'm like, since when was Target fucking black owned?
You see, that's what I'm against, like the fake entrepreneur bullshit. Yeah.
Listen, that shit is nuts. That Juneteenth.
Everywhere you turn, motherfuckers talking down on 9 to 5. Everybody, they want a nigga with 9 to 5. They want to do 9 to 5. They want to.
We're getting a little kickback now, though. The 9 to 5ers are getting mad now. I done seen a guy made a whole rant last week or so talking about some niggas don't want to do that. Some niggas just want to get home and go off and get home and go to sleep, not worried about knowing no business. Not everybody went 9 to 5. So you're getting a little bit of kickback. To me, I never think that even needs a kickback. That's a given.
9 to 5ers are fighting back.
I never want to hear a 9 to 5er fighting back, though. You go to work, you go to work. It's not something that I don't see as the issue. The same way I just heard a guy yesterday complain about some of us don't want to own a house. What if you ain't got no kids, ain't got no family? Why you want to pay for a house for forever for? You ain't got no to pass it on to. And I said, speaking on behalf of all landlords, preach, brother, preach. Because motherfuckers do dumb shit all the time. Have at it, then. Who am I to stop you? Preach.
I'm here to raise your rent.
Yeah, I'm here to raise your some of us want to travel the world and go to different places all the time. We don't want to tie down no house. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, stop bugging people because we don't own the house. And I was like, yeah, preach.
That's what you got to do, yeah.
Some people don't make any sense. If you don't want to be, there's nothing wrong if you're a 9 to 5er. People that are speaking entrepreneur, that's fine. But you don't have to take offense if you're a 9 to 5er. Just do it. Stay low, do it, stay the course.
Well, that's the thing. You got to tell these entrepreneurs to stop shaming 9 to 5ers.
You know what I'm saying? If it don't apply, let it fly. That's it. You know what I'm saying? If I'm doing my 9 to 5 and I'm getting my shit going, what am I repping? Am I over here talking about? Is there a joy in saying I'm a 9 to 5er? You're going to work your trading time for hours. You're trying to make the best out of it, make it the most hourly for what's name. That's it. There's no joy. There's no what's. It's just a job.
It's all work. Both of it is work.
What is the pride about?
What are you entrepreneur?
The entrepreneur can have pride.
It's all work.
I understand the entrepreneur having pride because it's his shit. There's something to have pride. What is the pride about work? It's all work. So how are you mad when you say, y'all working for someone else? You're like, so what? I'm just doing what I got to do and get out of here. And some stuff don't need a recourse for it.
That's the thing. Stop shaming 9 to 5ers.
Even if they, you know what I'm saying?
What's the point of entrepreneurs shaming 9 to 5ers?
You already know I didn't like it when your boy Dame Dash was doing it. I was like, this shit sounds stupid.
The funny thing is,
some niggas be on that shit.
True entrepreneurs would not shame 9 to 5ers because entrepreneurs need 9 to 5ers.
Exactly. Listen,
you're not gonna run your business by yourself.
All bosses need employees, but some motherfuckers' job, they tell employees, don't pay this man. This is how I get the new guys in. You're like, if you're working for somebody, that guy's your daddy. Hey, get back to work. Don't pay me, man. Don't pay me. This shit be crazy. That's the shit Dame Dash was on. I'm like, this shit sounds real crazy to me. But I don't know if I'm gonna go take a stance.
Dame Dash, man. Dame Dash.
That's what I'm saying. I don't know, but I don't know if I'm gonna take a stance talking about, stop shaming me. I just want to go to work and not worry about the thing.
But the funny thing is, like, the people that make the most money are executives and CEOs. It's not entrepreneurs.
Correct. Definitely true.
They're only making the top.
Exactly.
Money.
Executives.
But a lot of time, even when you're an entrepreneur, once you become at a certain level, you become a.
You work for your shareholders.
You become a 9 to 5er.
Yeah, because
you become a CEO. You become
most of the times you have to go. You start a business, you're gonna have to hire a CEO.
Yeah. You have to hire somebody. Yeah, and you work for your shareholders. You know what I'm saying? If you have passive income, it's just some shit that's it's wild to me. I just didn't see some stuff I didn't see. If they want to do the I'm doing this, I'm doing that, that's all fine and dandy. I don't know if it's worth, but I don't know if I'm gonna make a rant about it. You know what I'm saying? It's almost like I've seen people doing rants now talking about, okay, you don't see parents making fun of motherfuckers that don't have kids. If you want to have a kid, that's all fine. If you don't, you don't. But imagine y'all niggas ain't got no kids. Y'all bum ass niggas. Now you got something. You have rants, people talking about how the fuck the government doing this, that, and the third, because we ain't got no kids, we're being punished. You should have a rant. You have a reason to complain. A person can't be making fun or can't be shaming people for not having kids. That shit is
the thing. Like when people say if you're like 35, no kids, something wrong with you. That's shaming.
They say that to men.
They say, what? I don't know.
They don't say that to women. They
definitely say that to women. They definitely say that to women.
They do say it to women, don't?
Yeah.
They say it to women. If she don't have no kids when she's this old, something wrong with her.
They'll say, "Oh, that's a red flag" or some shit like that. But that's more of a social construct. But it's not.
Usually women, they say if you're not married by that age, that's a red flag. But for men, they say if you ain't got no kids, that's a red flag.
It's just crazy. I don't know, but some people say that's shaming, this, that, and that. Like some people just say that to me. It's just wild. I don't know if people talking about. Then you have more people coming in there. Maybe some of us don't want any kids, this, that, and that. Third. That to me, I don't understand.
Not wanting kids.
Some people don't want kids. I understand taking that ground, but I just don't see the point of telling people. Some of us don't want no house. We don't have to worry about fixing this up and fixing that up. This, that. I understand the house does have a lot of bullshit. It does have a lot of bullshit.
House is
but I cannot really not see that one of the main pivots of one of the most biggest vehicle drivers of wealth in America is housing. That's how most of these folks are getting.
Well, everybody has to have somewhere to live.
That's what I was like. So for you to just be telling people, maybe we don't, they're like, yeah, you could still move and do all that. That's where I feel like they're misunderstanding people. They're talking about, oh, maybe some of us don't want to for a while. Maybe some of us want to travel. You can do all that and have a house because you could have your house and then have it for the year and then leave and rent it out.
Speaking of travel, how much can you travel?
That's the thing. Like,
how much can you really travel?
Yeah.
Owning a house is end up being cheaper than fucking renting.
It could very well be. And I seen someone put this a meme this past week talking about, man, the way these rents are looking very relationship like. You know what I'm saying? Like it's might be time to team up. You know what I'm saying? These rents are looking very relationship type. Like
I saw that too. I saw somebody say
exactly.
these rents and gas supposed to got people sticking it out on the relationship a lot longer.
That's what happens. This shit's only going one way. You got to realize.
Ain't no more that independence. Hey, you can pay these rent by yourself.
This shit is crazy, man.
That feels.
I understand, but just some people, I guess, are sick of it. Some people they're sick of the hustle mentality. That's all every day. Because I remember the first rant they went off of this whole don't sleep, I don't sleep. Nigga, some of us like to sleep. Nigga, fuck that. I ain't trying to hear all that hustle sleep. All this hustle shit. Everybody. I'm like, all right, but we're in America, bro. You know what I'm saying? This is America. We're about money over here.
Yeah.
And that's what we celebrate, good or bad. If a motherfucker got in it and it's done in a bad way, we still celebrate it.
Since inception.
Exactly.
Slavery to.
And it don't even matter how you got in. You got in a horrible way. If you're rich, a motherfucker's gonna assume you're smart. That's just America's way.
From slavery through making backdoor deals to
exactly
bootlegging to
everything.
Making deals,
legal or illegal, it don't matter. Once you got it, America looks at you like, oh, he didn't make it. So for you to not realize this is how this country is set up, that's how it's set up. You don't like it, but that's still the way it's gonna be praised, whether it's either online or anything else, because. Like you said, there's a reason we have motherfuckers that are charlatans that can lie every damn day. They doing other shit. So half the time these entrepreneurs they're not doing the shit they're telling you. They got enriched one other way. This whole new way is just the way to mask.
I'll even say if you really want to make it, don't listen to these so-called billionaires and millionaires and entrepreneurs. They are telling you false shit. Just like back then they weren't saying shit. Now they're telling you bullshit information.
Yeah, they're just selling products. They're sellers and looking for buyers.
They're looking for buyers. Yep.
Yeah. Cause it's like you can't do what they do at their level.
Not at all.
From where you at.
Yep. So
that don't make sense.
But that's what they're gonna
just
tell
like
everybody.
What's his name? That guy telling people not to buy houses because it's dumb. Like I'm okay. I mean,
yeah,
it is a decision, but at the same time,
it's a wild boy. He's the only one bold enough to say that. Though.
At the same time, what do you want them to do?
But see, none of the rest are that bold to say that. To me, I was like, that's wild for you to tell people don't buy no house. That's stupid.
So what do you want to do?
But that's the thing. I bet he owns property that he's renting out to people.
Yeah, he does.
Of course.
That's his main memory. He buys lots of
Exactly.
multiple. He's like, you need to come put your money in the trust. That's what he said. Come buy it with us and then own multiple properties.
So in the meantime,
They're like,
where
if you
am I
can't
gonna
buy
live?
5 to 10 properties, you like just rent and save up, and then when you go buy multiple,
You ain't
units,
saving up with no
what's the name?
fucking rent.
And
What the fuck?
I like this. I like Grant's. I don't even see how you could. Because even if a person shit don't work with the entrepreneur, at least at the very least, let them at least they have a house to fall back on. For you to tell people don't buy no house, that's just stupid. The bank wants you to do that. They just trying to enslave you. I like Grant's the only one bold I ever seen say bold enough to say like that shit to me is wild advice, bro. You're really leading a lot of people astray. Because some people might not like an entrepreneur life or anything, and now they done missed the market time to buy a house and try to listen to you.
Even if you do like entrepreneur, but people making it seems like entrepreneurs like a walk in the park, as if like it's something you just sign up for and then you become rich. No, man.
Everything,
You have to try so many shit before you make it, and you're gonna have like down days where like you're gonna be hurting, where you ain't gonna know where the money gonna come from, where you're gonna have like backlog and shit like.
But
most people not built for that.
But there's some people getting it the old fashioned way.
It's a lot of like uncertainty. Yeah.
There's some people getting it the old fashioned way and getting paid. There's lots of contractors that now they're doing and they're going to your house and they're doing your work, but they're recording and putting up TikToks. There's old fashioned, hard off the muscle, hourly working. They're doing their stuff, but they're getting it. They're entrepreneurs too. They're also selling logs and class. So you do have a lot of people that are actually getting money, and they just happen that they're now also finding their way to avenue too is another stream of income for them. That's what they're not saying. Them showing you this is just another stream of income.
You got to be creative. That's the thing about it. If you can work and be creative, but you can you can add more to it. Unlike a job where like you could be capped with entrepreneurship, like if you're willing to put in the work, like,
and even within a job, you got nurses. Once they done, they putting up TikTok videos.
You can raise
telling
the
you
ceiling.
how to make the. If you go to TikTok, there's a TikTok for everything. There's a way to modify how to make money on nursing, telling you how to do travel agency, how to do this, that. There's plumbers telling you how to do this trick and this trick. They're getting monetization there. They're selling you books. We are in the entrepreneur era right now. So people to say that they're fully against entrepreneur to me is kind of crazy because everything you can add entrepreneur to everything. You could be a 9-to-5 plus entrepreneur. But for people to just say no entrepreneur at all, it's kind of crazy in this market because it's always a bonus.
For the most part, without entrepreneur, you don't have 9-to-5. And entrepreneurs need 9-to-5.
Listen, it don't matter if you're sweeping at work. You could do a TikTok video talking about, look at how these motherfuckers got me sweeping there and monetize that video. That's what I'm saying. There's always a reason. That's why I say I don't get the rant against the entrepreneur. Like, you can all, because that guy that made that video, his video got hits. That in itself is an entrepreneur. He's tricking y'all niggas, telling y'all, nah. And people are like, yeah, I feel you on that one, cuz. I feel like y'all dumb. Y'all really buying this shit. This motherfucker eating off you right now. Talking about he's against entrepreneurship, but he's being an entrepreneur as we speak. He got multiple tirades on this shit, bro. This guy's got his own little following against the entrepreneur while being an entrepreneur. Tricking motherfuckers. I'm like, this shit's wild. What else we have?
Okay, it was Juneteenth. We're still on that. Let's see, next one we got T.I. drop unreleased Kevin Samuels interview episode has a tribute
To the legend?
Yep.
I don't know why it was named a tribute. It's just an interview. It's not
I guess he held it. He didn't put it out.
He didn't put it out because he was going through his whole controversy and he didn't want to be associated with Kevin Samuels at the moment. So
he didn't want more heat.
It's disingenuous.
It's both. No, he was going through his own shit though. You know,
he didn't want to release it.
He couldn't. Shit's hot, block's hot.
He didn't release it. It's not that he couldn't release it. He didn't want to release it.
The block's hot. I got these. You already know who comes to cancel you. I got these black women on my neck right now. I can't get pissed off right now. So he had to fix it. He had to wait till the things cool down.
He's dealing with the same people.
He's dealing with the same people.
Did you guys watch it? Did you see it?
I see it. I watched the whole thing.
Does he even do Expeditiously anymore?
I'm not sure.
Yeah, he's not.
But that interview was chopped up so bad and horribly. Like, you can tell that
Kevin said some wild bullshit.
It was, however long it was, you can tell it was double that length because how much they had to chop it out and remove stuff. You can tell that the shit was removed. Because, the whole conversation with him and the girl that came up at the end, nothing was said. Because they had to remove everything.
It wasn't much,
It's crazy, though, to see Kevin Samuels at the very end. He had his, you seen him on Atlanta. He was on an episode of Atlanta. And he had the one with Adam 22. So he had a couple of shit in the tunnel coming out right before the end.
He had a lot of stuff, yeah.
So it's kind of crazy how that going. But, I don't know. Kevin Samuels might be going into martyrism, though. Motherfuckers start saying, I'm seeing girls now doing videos, speaking on other girls. I was like, that's a funny thing. Kevin Samuel theology is about to pop off right now.
That's the thing now. Not everybody trying to take his talking points.
Yeah, he got to go.
Men and women.
This is
even some of his haters on taking his talking points.
It's not for him anymore. That's for the culture. That's what you give it up for. Yeah, give it up for the culture. If you ain't copyrighted, everybody gonna eat off that. So that's sadly. But you already have people doing both ends, crazy. Trying to hold people accountable to how it goes. So shit is, it's wild. What else we have?
We had B. Simone going on her rant about MLK not being a great leader or some shit like that because he cheated on his wife or some shit like that.
No, they asked her if he a good father, and she like, if he cheated on me, like, no, you're not a good father. If you didn't cheat on me, I was like, how you a good father?
Husband.
Was it? No, she a good father.
Husband.
Well, then, yeah, I'll give her that. If you fucking cheating, then yeah.
No, but she tied in him being not, it was a great man.
Yeah.
Because it was like, he's a cheater. I'm like, what does him cheating have to do with him being great at whatever he was being great at? Like,
that's why I look at it. Yeah.
Like, I can be a great basketball player and be a shitty husband. That don't take away from me being a great basketball player.
Yeah.
I didn't see the correlation of him cheating having to do with him not being great at whatever he did.
Yeah, B. Simone was going off, and then you see the Kevin Samuels response to her when she was doing that. He paused the video and he was like, he's like, she sound like a damn turkey. And it's just hilarious. He was responding to her like, B. Simone, you shut the hell up, okay? He's like, 'cause all it takes is one bad tweet and they bring you down the reality. I guess that must have happened around the time.
I don't know if I think he was just responding to something else she said. I don't think it was like.
It was that, or they chipped it together?
They just chipped it together. I don't think it was.
B. Simone gets canceled like almost every few months.
Yeah, she always saying dumb shit.
Yeah. But she's trying to she's chasing clout.
She's the one that started the whole I can't date a regular 9-to-5 guy.
Yeah.
So
yeah. But her experience is she dipping and going. She can't date a regular guy. That life's. I understand.
So you're saying this, right? You saying you can't date a 9-to-5, right?
Yeah.
Because you're on the move. You want to date someone that's in the same field as you. They're on the move too, and it's not like y'all shit's gonna line up and sync up, and y'all gonna be doing shows together,
These motherfuckers don't know what the fuck they're saying,
skits together, all this shit. Like, if you expect him to be out getting the bag, he can't just be everywhere you need him to be.
They want a nigga that's already rich and retired. I don't got to do nothing but be right there with you.
You want to date a bum dude that can,
or some nigga who's somehow rich set up and he's supposed to set his life up just to hang with you.
Who inherited money.
Yeah, and he's supposed to
that's the only people I can think of. Somebody who inherited money.
But he's supposed to set his life up just to hang with you. That's how you want.
That's ridiculous, bro. So
somebody who inherited money. That's the only people I can think of.
Well, that shit is wild. But
because anybody who's getting who's rich getting money, I mean, they got to put in time. They got to be places. They got to move around.
We have Caitlyn Jenner. She had said that she feels like, she said nowadays everybody's trans because of the media. She like this small portion of the population. And because the media is exploiting it and pushing it, she feels that a lot of these kids are also being confused and saying that they're also trans, which I felt like I've been said on this podcast. We were light years ahead of this shit. And the motherfuckers don't want to speak on it and say that. And now look, even she's saying it. I believe like the Secretary of the House or something like that was saying how they feel like we're almost at an endemic of the rise, because they used to be, I forget how much of the population was trans. Let's say it was 1.
I think it's like 0.4%.
Yeah. Or even gay, but everything has been doubling. So it go from 1 to 2 to 4, and they're like, this don't make any sense. So there's a social element to it. Right. The motherfuckers want to be, but people acting like there's not. They're like, y'all tripping, y'all pretending.
It's learned behavior.
It's definitely learned, because there's gay and there's different, and there's people that actually are in the wrong body mentally, gender dysphoria, they might feel like that. But the rest, a lot of y'all motherfuckers
that's called the mental illness.
Sure, but they're not concealing mental illness anymore. But then the rest, a lot of you motherfuckers are copycats. That's what's happening.
Because if I come out right and say I'm not supposed to be in a human body, I should be in a dog body. You're going to tell me I'm fucking crazy. And you're going to say I have a mental illness.
Yeah.
So what's the difference?
Well, that's how they looked at it. Some people say because there's no negative elements to it, it's not an illness because it's not harming you at all. But, once you go and get the big chop or anything else, but some people say, yeah, you say it's not harming you, but then these people have over 50% suicide rate. It's got a crazy high number, a lot higher than one. So there is some other associated, even after they transition, supposed to be happy, they still have a very high suicide rate. So before we up and take this thing with open arms.
What the fuck do you do with yourself like this?
Yeah, because if you regret it afterwards, you really what's that? But they're saying even those that don't regret it still end up committing suicide. Because imagine you thinking you did all this work and afterwards you think you'll finally feel like who you are, and you still don't feel it.
You still don't feel it. Yeah.
Like, all right, you be like, all right, I'm gonna check out. You know what I'm saying?
That's why Boosie was pleading with Dwayne Wade not to cut this boy dick off.
Not that early. Yeah.
It's like, you don't know yet, don't cut his dick off.
Yeah, don't do it, Wade. But
no one ever said he was gonna cut his dick off. But Boosie a wild boy.
Boosie a wild boy. That's how it goes. But that's how it goes. You go to just this past week. If you go to my daughter's middle school, when you go right in the front page, right when you walk in, you see like Pride, you're welcome here. You see that on the big banner. They're opening it. Fast forward to the end of the year, they just do a medical release. We're having a massive
herpes outbreak,
hepatitis C outbreak amongst trans and gay kids. This, that, and the third. I'm like, oh, of course. Y'all motherfuckers were celebrating it a month ago. What y'all thought was going to happen? Y'all, they never speak on the side effect of the lifestyle. They just gonna allow this shit to cook, and now y'all got outbreak.
Y'all think this shit y'all some nasty motherfuckers.
They don't want to say that. That ain't gonna fit the narrative.
Oh shit!
You know what I'm saying? It's like motherfuckers just act like nothing happened out the blue. We got PrEP guys. We got shit that prevents AIDS now. Y'all ain't tell us how the AIDS got here though. This shit is kind of crazy. It's something that one of those things. They advertised one thing and they went along because socially wasn't the same. And now they just out the blue. We've had a big outbreak. They have to let everyone know. I like y'all were just out here promoting Pride to accept this one same, and now y'all got an outbreak among cis and gay guys. What y'all thought these kids were? Y'all thought these kids were? That shit is wild to me, bro. That shit don't make no sense. You gotta, if you're gonna highlight one side, you gotta highlight all aspects of it. It's crazy to pretend that we're just gonna be socially. We're not gonna what's the name, especially if there's a bad side to it. It's no different, like I said, than in hip hop or anything else when we pretended like now we're addressing the fucked upness of the culture. But for the longest, when we're acting like there's nothing wrong with it, it's just music or anything. When we used to speak on, when we're saying this hot girl summer shit gonna have consequences. Y'all girls acting like niggas, there's gonna be consequences. We've been no saying that over here. But people pretending like there's no consequences of certain lifestyle or anything to only show one measure of it is completely disingenuous. It don't make any sense. But just like your boy Kevin Samuel was saying when he said all the I don't need no man types is that and the third. These grown women, lots of them are very either between depression and suicidal. That's a rising, a very elevated amount of them that's happened with that. So these are things that they're not being speaked on when they're being praised and saying you rock and you this, that, and the third. They're not telling you that a lot of these girls are that's the reason why, as you can see, as the culture, they're so in line with therapy. You think all of a sudden everybody needs therapy?
Speaking of, I had a moment in the bathroom. I was about to take a shower, and I was like, you know what? If you don't invite me to your wedding, don't invite me to your baby shower. Or if there wasn't a wedding, don't invite me to the baby shower. I'm not coming to the baby shower. There's no fucking wedding.
You're not correlating kids out of wedlock anymore.
Yeah, I was like, what the fuck is going on? I'm like, yeah, bro, there should be an order to shit. You invite me to the wedding or have the wedding and then invite me to the baby shower. I don't want these motherfuckers, because we're just building a culture of fucking single mothers and shit.
Well, that's it. You're like, my religion will allow me to attend. So I can't. Yeah, so it's one of those things.
And especially, I'm seeing a whole fucking, bruh, the shit is so frustrating. You see a whole bunch of fucking people doing big, lavish baby showers. I see no fucking dad.
That's the thing. That's what I'm saying. It's not spoken of though. That's what I'm saying. So it's one of those things. Like I said, we're witnessing one thing and no one's speaking of the correlation. None of the thing. It's one of those things. It's the same way like how people get mad that like we said how motherfuckers is shooting up the hood every damn time. And like These niggas don't have the right to have guns in them. How they get all these fucking guns and all that? Y'all don't plan on addressing this? It's speaking on one and not speaking on the other. Don't make any sense. You seen all these, like you said, all these people posting up pics. There's no dad there, and this is just normal. We're all just gonna act like this is gonna rock,
Bruh. Yeah.
Well, I thought like there's been this video circling around. These kids, I don't know if it was middle school or high school, and they were just like they had like a whole bunch of guns and bags on them, like.
Yeah. Oh, when they're at the basketball game. Yeah. And them niggas had to scrap. Like, that was Chicago too.
Fuck.
Like, them niggas was strapped.
That shit's crazy. It's only a matter of time before you get some crazy shit that's going to be popping off in these schools.
I don't know, man. I can't even.
It's only a matter of time. You walk past, bump somebody the wrong way. You say something about somebody, you don't like this person. Next thing you know, it's pop. You don't like this teacher talk to you the wrong way. You don't like them.
Black community is fucked up, bro.
I mean, in certain places,
it's gonna happen.
That's in Chicago.
The shit we celebrate is fucking. There's no reason to be celebrating shit like this.
But that's why you have a lot of the. I don't want to say the more. It's crazy because they used to be like a lot of the black elites, donations with the school high earning blacks that the more upper echelons that they call them, or what do they call it, the bourgeoisie class. Mm-hmm. They kind of look down on the culture and they're more conservative. Yeah. But now the wild ones also get money. So like, motherfucker, you don't care if you look down on me. I get this bread anyways. It's all about money. It's all monetization. But they're like, but to what end? You out here going to do some shit that's real detrimental if it's just, you know what I'm saying? If y'all still out here.
The community needs to come together and stop celebrating bullshit.
But the thing is, like,
stop fucking posting bitches having baby showers by themselves, bro.
But that's something. That's the thing too. Like, yeah, you getting money, but like, if you're a fucked up person, if you're doing fucked up shit, more money only gonna increase that. You're just gonna be more fucked up. You're just gonna be doing more damage.
That's what happens. That's why
you're just gonna do more damage.
Same way you say niggas,
money's not gonna make it better.
That's how you say a guy getting money, acting wild. Next thing you know, he done overdosed and died. But now we can't speak on why he overdosed. Oh, don't say that. I like, nah, shame that nigga. Nigga was a junkie. Y'all over here. That's one of the aspects as well. That's what the same reason.
If you only had like $5 to buy crack,
you'd only have a $5 bump.
You get $1,000. You're gonna buy more crack. You're gonna fucking kill yourself.
As you can see, even in hip hop, you got a lot of drug overdose because they don't want to speak on the negative.
It ain't like you get money, like doing crack, gonna make things better. Like you're gonna actually be successful. Or
they just highlighting the positives, not speaking on the negatives. That's one of that's another thing of the culture. Like, to me, this is kind of crazy. That's why I feel like we should have a monolith of different kinds of different. Back in the days, I used to hate your boy. What's his name from Whitlock. Jason Whitlock. But we need a Whitlock. We need all kinds of black folks because you can't have this Jason Whitlock.
The fat guy.
The fat nigga that used to be.
What kind of hat he wear?
Sombrero.
Not sombrero. Fedora.
Yeah, that's what it is. Yeah. I know sombrero, yeah. The fat nigga that used to be on ESPN, they used to fucking straight hate on LeBron James. Yeah. Do halfway cool and shit. But we even needed him sometimes because we can't have a monolith because.
So what's his name? Jason
Whitlock. Because when we all on one same shit, all on one accord, we ain't calling out the bullshit. Yeah, bro. We need all sorts of black folks.
There's a shitload of bullshit going on.
Because there's too much damn bullshit going on.
Oh, that guy.
Yeah, there's too much damn bullshit. I don't rock with Jason Whitlock, but there's the other two conservative brothers I fuck with. They have a show. What's the name, man? The former NFL. I don't know if they took his old slot. You know what I'm talking about?
I'm not sure who you're talking about.
Either ways, what else we have?
Let's see. Y'all got Kanye West. Y'all making fun of Kanye West and his innovation with the boots. Remember, Kanye West is a trendsetter.
Yeah, he is,
Yep. Trendsetter. He is, So just be prepared to start wearing boots, nigga.
Big boots, yeah. That's what's up, man. He got people wearing his slides, got people wearing his shoes.
Remember,
from what I heard, people say they're comfortable. So
exactly, like
I remember, Crocs, how they're not going to be comfortable. The shoes, I haven't had with the shoes, but he definitely did. I don't know if he took the wave.
When he first came out with the shoes that just looked like socks on your feet with a thing, them shit, everybody was clowning those, and now them shits is fire. Everybody wearing them shits.
When he came out with those were under Adidas. That's why Adidas still makes them, right?
Yeah, they're under Adidas. They're still under Adidas.
Mm-hmm. But the
new
Yeezy
brand, it's under Adidas.
Oh, okay. Because Adidas has a bunch of variations of the same socks thing that aren't easy though.
Yeah, they do.
Okay, that's what I was wondering. I was like, are they copying them? Okay.
Yeah, how long as he ain't out here hurting anybody, saying anything egregious, anything wrong?
I mean, Kanye be saying some egregious stuff sometimes, but even then, we need, like I said, I feel now more than ever, we do need blacks of all walks of life because the culture pivots and holds us to just one. We need different because Kanye sometimes calls out the bullshit too. Like, there's not families anymore. So sometimes I can't say he's wrong. You need some of the, you need a little bit of everything now. Though. Can't have the media only showing us the one type of black kids that are all anti-Boosie, all one thing, all accepting, all what's named. The only, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know who y'all, they're creating the one type of black that we seen, and it's not the ones we're usually knowing. Yeah, they're creating, they're only giving us the Charlemagnes. That's the only one that's getting the advancement. They won't give us motherfuckers that's speaking his mind or anything else.
Charlemagne at one point, he used to speak his mind.
He used to, but niggas starting getting that bag, Sometimes that money shuts you down. Sometimes they give you enough money, like, yeah, you ain't shutting up. You're like, man, you give enough money.
You don't see as much.
It ain't like, you're like, you give enough money. I used to speak my mind. You give enough money, we're like, yeah, these opinions I don't really care about them opinions anyways, bro. Just pay me. I ain't gotta say nothing. You just pay me.
Well, more money you get, your views change.
It could be, or it could just be, is this the hill I stand on? Is this something I'm going to stand on? If it's something you don't really care about, you pay me to shut up about it. I don't give a fuck about this. I don't care about this enough to what's name.
It depends, on your base, or if you really, if you control your money, if you have, full control over your money, and if, you have a base that supports it. Because, look at Trump, what I'm saying? His base supports, his narrative.
Well, Trump's
and he control his money, so.
Well, Trump's a billionaire. And when you're a billionaire in America, you could say whatever the fuck you want. Because, like we said, ultimately, when you got money in America, we assume, it don't matter what you say, no matter how stupid, there's a certain amount of it going to be like, well, this motherfucker must be saying something right. That's just how America's set up. Especially once you get a billionaire status, they start asking, are you ever going to run for office? All sorts of wild shit.
Yeah, it's almost like you the winner at the capitalism.
Yeah,
game.
you don't win the capitalism Olympics. What are you gonna do? You're gonna run this bitch.
That's how I see the U.S. Like, everybody playing to win that spot. But
what else we got in pop culture?
Oh, the Goodfellas.
Ray
Liotta.
He died.
Yeah, dead in his sleep during a filming.
The legend, Ray Liotta. He was young too, bro. Was he 65, 67? Wasn't that old?
Young and white man age.
What is that? That's not a young by old white man?
That's
black people
old.
age?
That's hell nah.
Oh, that's old for black people?
That's old as hell for black people.
I just meant it was young in general. Even with black people that age, you're like, damn, that's young. But
67,
yeah, because it's regular for us. Yeah, that's young for white man age, but 67, bro. Yeah. The legend, Ray Liotta.
I don't even know who that is.
He played in Goodfellas. Trust me, if you done seen him before, he's been around lots of Hollywood
So he was
shows.
actually filming a movie and died in his sleep?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was in
like
Dominican Republic.
On set?
No. While he was back in his room.
Oh, okay. What else we got? Looks like that's everything we hit on the list. Y'all got any recommendations which I've been catching up on?
See, for me, I got back on Ozark, just trying to finish this season.
The last season?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, that'd be on point, right? Ozark next level. What am I watching recently? I'm gonna start We Own the Night. That's a lot of the cast from N.o.r.e is on there. It's about Baltimore. It's about a lot of the corruption that went on in the police department down there, kind of based on somewhat true story events or true events. I'm going to start.
What network is it on?
That is on HBO. So it's like a mini series. We Own the Night. That's the recommendation. How about you?
I've been listening to a lot of Face Mob this week, bro.
You can put out a new album.
He didn't. I just been listening to his old content. So I've been listening to a lot of Scarface this past week. So I would recommend y'all check out Scarface if you don't already listen to Face Mob.
The legend Scarface. Did you ever listen to the Kendrick album?
I didn't.
I think I listened to it one time around. I never revisited it.
I'm liking that Kendrick album, man. You know what I'm saying? Now you might be best to cut it out, make it to the playlist, cut off like 3 or 4 songs that are like either too slow or not going. But he got some hits on there. He did pretty decent his first week numbers too, so we gotta see how that worked. Anything else?
Not that I know of. I want to sign us out.
Yeah, it was good.
All right, folks. Y'all already know what to do. Hit us up. When I said that, I meant y'all sign us out, but I see no one's taking the bait. All right, folks. Y'all already know what to do. Hit us up on That's Absurd Pod on Instagram. That's Absurd Pod on Twitter. That's Absurd Podcast on Facebook. And you can always drop an email at That's Absurd podcast@gmail.com. And you always know the voice line is open. It's 407-960-76. That number is 407-960-76. And we'll catch you guys next week. Maybe on time next week. Maybe.